Smart Oasis, massive.
No. What are you doing?
Are you leaving Bayern? Or are you fucking leaving?
He didn't even finish his sentence. Will be there, Trent's real.
Characters.
He ran out of characters, H.
I've been here for about how many seasons now? 3 seasons. And
Rams will kidnap the ball boy, and Rams will be the guy who like, the champions. I say, wait. Aren't you a bit old to?
This is one of my favorite moments of this year, when they found a way to write a bigger message underneath.
They wouldn't dare. They wouldn't dare. Barcelona would not dare win the El Clasico in front of Real Madrid. But that is just potentially what could happen. So we're going to talk about Barca, saying what's up, and what could potentially happen in an El Clasico next weekend, which could be decided if Real don't get the Dubinsky against Celta Vigo. So we're talking about Barca, talking about the La Liga. We're going to talk about the EPL. Arteta is getting cooked. Arteta is getting cooked. And Arsenal fans are somehow cooking Arteta before the freaking UCL game, which obviously happens on Wednesday. So does Arteta need to be cooked, or should we wait until their remontada against PSG in the freaking Champions League? What do we have to say about Arsenal's recently L and malaise in the EPL? We'll talk about Kane and Bayern not able to say what's up, touch a little bit on the Serie, and then obviously it's a story that's been cooking up. Ancelotti, Carlo Ancelotti and Brazil. Ancelotti to Brazil, it's still negotiating, things are still happening. But I wanted to say, is the eyebrow the answer to Joga Bonito? Can the eyebrow bring back Joga Bonito? Let's have a discussion about that. So guys, and also ahead of a huge, massive game. This is the biggest game this season, guys. It's the biggest game in the last 45 years. Chelsea against Liverpool. We'll have a little discussion on the biggest game in the last 60, 70 years in football history. Chelsea against Liverpool for the right to be inside the Champions League. So guys, you know what it is, guys. Remember, guys, like the vid, subscribe if you're new. If there's anything you wish to add to the show, feel free to send it a super chat. Your super chats and YouTube skis helps keep this channel alive, well, and yes, I'm returning back to Rachel's OnlyFans. Her ass is looking a lot fatter these days. So, guys, you know what? I want to build up to the Bundesliga and everything. So I want to ask the audience a question. Shout to the streets. Mods, get my likes up, guys. Like the video, get my likes up. Mods, give me my likes, man. What up, baby? I want to start with a question, guys, before we get to really the main top of Barca and so forth. And anybody here can jump in. Bayern are winning the Bundesliga, yes?
Yes.
Possibly, probably.
Not a question.
Wait, hold on. Wait. Okay, KJ, expand.
I'm trolling. No, of course they're winning. Be serious.
Wait, no, KJ, will they overturn a 30-goal difference?
Possibly.
It is possible.
50-50.
It is possible.
It is possible. With 5 or 4 games left, it is possible.
So KJ, if you're Kane, was this a blessing in disguise?
Actually, very much so, yes, HH. Because he wants to be there when, he finally, lifts a trophy. That's a second trophy after the Audi Cup. But it's the first major trophy of his career.
No. But as in, when I say blessing in disguise, do you think it matters him being on the pitch when they win, or it doesn't matter? Because when I say a blessing in disguise, is that if Leverkusen win on Sunday, then he can be on the pitch and actually do something to make them say what's up, rather than just winning it while he's on the bench.
Yeah, for the club it doesn't matter, but for him personally, I think there would be added significance. Sort of like when John Terry won the Champions League.
Okay, all right, KJ, let's not.
No,
KJ, that is a moment in history that we won't say raised because we
fair
don't.
enough.
Like a guy who was sense of where did he find his full kit with shin pads to just that damn trophy? So yes,
No, fair enough. But
No,
the
that's
truth
good.
is-
It's good. Good.
The truth,
no,
the truth is,
it's shameless.
HH for Kane himself, it would add significance. For Bayern, they could care less. They're like 40th trophy in the 40th league in like 50 years. Like, come on, like let's be serious. But no, for Kane, it would have added significance because HH, he's a player who not to keep rambling on, but he's a player who as far as the exceptional strikers in the world, like he's a player who hasn't won a trophy. You know, something that's always been
KJ, if Tottenham do the impossible and win the Europa, does it matter him winning this trophy if Tottenham win the Europa League?
It doesn't. In my opinion, it does look a little bad on him. I'll be honest, because there was a better. He had better Tottenham teams than this Tottenham team. That's the first thing, and the second thing is like you couldn't even win a domestic cup in like 8 years of being elite at Tottenham. So in English people's eyes, maybe it might look at a certain way, but if Kane is their top goal scorer, so you can't take that away from him. Now, if they had a freaking Jonathan Burkhart up front instead of Kane, would they win the league? Probably, but I mean, you know, we can't take it away from him. It's his first trophy. He's going to win top scorer, goal scorer.
So I'm going to ask: is there any way that Leverkusen could actually wait? Someone is moving their controller. Someone is moving something.
KJ is definitely playing FIFA. Man.
That's me. Sorry. But the truth is,
Drop it.
Yeah, drop it, man.
KJ, don't tell me that you're playing FIFA while you're on this. Yeah?
No. It's EA. It's EAFC.
KJ, are you playing EAFC?
Yes, but HH, when you work at
All right, so
Drop it again.
okay,
Drop and slap.
Yeah. So Elijah,
What year?
So Kane is definitely winning the Bundesliga.
24.
KJ, shut up.
24.
No. HH, drop it again. He's the EA 24.
24. He's not even playing.
KJ,
Is
leave
that the
us on
fastest
mute.
brick door repeat like in channel?
No, AK, that's the fastest hat trick.
No, that is it. No, he's a brick door leader. So Elijah, talk to me. So, our boy Kane is getting his dub, yes?
Bro, I'm not even, bro. Am I wrong to say that I don't care? Am I wrong to say that?
Oh no, Kane cares.
Oh yeah, no. Kane cares.
Wait,
but
does he?
Yeah, does he? Because
Oh no, wait, hold on. Of course he cares. Well,
No.
for Bayern, it's indifferent. Bro, Kane needs that damn trophy. Did you see his face before Yusuf Poulsen scored that goal? He was desperate.
Maybe.
Hold on, did you say for Bayern it's indifferent?
Yeah.
Lord,
Come on,
He
come
thought
on.
he won the league. He thought he won the
Look,
league.
come on, look at that guy.
Bro, he was dapping up the guys. Yeah, what up?
And the poster was like, "Excuse me."
Wait, did you see his face afterwards?
Oh yeah, no, it was stone silence.
He was pissed. No, they're gonna win the league. They're gonna win unless some form of, I don't know, unless Leverkusen would win games by 8 goals, and now until the end of the next 3 games, yeah, it's done. It's done. There's no
HH, can you zoom into my AVI?
there's no way this is changing. Yeah, he was pissed.
No, but I think, well, Elijah, here's the thing though. Isn't this better? At least you can win it while you're on the pitch.
Yeah, and then
And also as well, Elijah, you recognize, just as you did with Tottenham, you can win this at home.
win at the crib. Yeah, it's better. It's better that way. Because like it's cool winning the league. Like
because that's true. Like I think the worst way to win the league is like how Leicester won. Now, Chelsea did the thing, but I think the worst way to win is when you're not even playing.
No. That can happen tomorrow.
Yeah, that happens. Yeah.
Well, yeah, true. Yeah. Obviously, but I think if it's me, I don't want to win like that. I want to win where like I'm actually playing.
How is
and
that,
like we actually
how
win
is there
to
a
win.
bad way to win the league? That doesn't exist.
There's there's a way in which you prefer to win. No, obviously, always are all wins. But if you had a choice,
Like a
I'd
preference.
like to win. Basically, no. If I had a choice and I was an attacker I'd like to win the game, and I score the winning. Okay, KJ. So let's say, would you rather be Aguero scored the winning goal, or we won the league while another team lost? No, I want to be the guy who scored the goal and we clinched it.
Yes, obviously, very much so. I agree with that. That's fair.
You know. All right.
Can I speak on this?
J-Swiss and then AK.
I'm just putting it out there. What if Harry Kane gets sent off in that next match?
That's going to be hilarious. That's going to be hilarious.
Or even worse, he gets injured within the next week.
Oh, okay. All right.
Okay, is it now? That's just
Stop
messed up.
jinxing it, man. Stop jinxing it.
I'm not
That's just
jinxing.
messed up. That's just messed up.
It's what if this is Kane? This guy's cursed.
No, he is. No, bro. When I saw Kane at the sideline dapping people up, and then I saw Poulsen, who is a career brick, do that, I was like,
Chill,
Kane,
not too much on my
cursed.
striker. Chill, not too much on my
No.
Drop it again.
That's true.
You're a striker.
AK talks. AK talks.
KJ,
KJ, you're done. You're done.
First of all, just two things. Like, number one, bro, you asked me to like lower the input gain on my mic. My mic, I don't have a setting to do that. I have to lower the input volume.
Wait, should we drop a brick for that?
Yeah, drop it. I see your
Well,
mic
that's
is-
sounds good right now.
your mic is
I
tough.
only have input volume.
Now,
So do
AK,
you-
I think you're actually sounding better.
Am I?
Yeah.
Because I lowered the input volume before I.
Yes, you're sounding better.
All right.
Look at that, because you've removed basically it's the same thing. Inputs get inputs volume.
Okay,
So your inputs was just far too high. So yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So because like the input volume, like it adjusts by itself, well, based on like how I speak. So I don't know.
But this is perfect.
Yeah, this is good. This is good.
Okay.
Yeah, no more deep throating, which is good.
Secondly,
Hey, drop one. That's crazy. You gotta drop it. That's that.
Wait, how are you gonna drop a brick for that, KJ?
KJ, rest with your 3 bricks, bro. KJ.
all right. So second thing, I'm officially enlisting myself and joining your army to fight the war on Tesh.
Yes, thank you.
I'll
Welcome
explain
aboard.
why. I'll explain why in the next segment because it has something to do with that.
Okay.
But I'm officially joining the war on Tesh. But in terms of the Harry Kane, bro, you know what? It didn't happen today. I mean, I'm gonna be happy for the guy. You know, look at him.
Wait,
man.
hold on.
Look at him in my AVI. Just look at him in my AVI. Whoa, that looks like that kid who's working so hard for an exam is just waiting for his results. He's just waiting for that trophy, man. I mean, of course,
Shouts my big ass brick teacher who failed me. But yeah, continue.
Of course, you know the English media. We know what they're gonna do. They're gonna, make a documentary about Kane's rise to footballing glory and all that stuff. We're gonna see Kane over Ibra, Kane over Benzema, Kane over Suarez, all these comparisons. But at the end of the day, in terms of Harry Kane himself, like you can't really say this hasn't been deserved. Like I know, we love to clown on him, but personally for me, a guy who plays at his level without a single trophy to his name, like it just feels wrong, and he's gonna win it next time. So shout out to him.
So okay,
But
so
I just
okay,
have one
if
question.
Tottenham win the trophy, does it take the shine off the win? Or no?
Of course, it takes a shine off a bit, but if he didn't win it and Tottenham won, that would have been the ultimate,
Yes.
disrespect.
No, bro. We're cooking. We're cooking 100%.
It is sort of bittersweet because you can't compare Spurs winning the Europa League to Bayern winning a Bundesliga.
Yes.
Like they're both in two different. One doesn't happen as rarely as the other happens.
Yes.
So that whole thing is there, but again, he won a trophy, man. He won something. So it's something.
All right. So anyone else before we move?
Yeah, I just had one question.
Wait, hold on. J2S, I'll come to you, Barry. J2S.
Yeah, can you pull up the table again?
Where are we at?
I think they're
Just
Gucci.
wanna ask, why does Garassi not have an image?
That's crazy. Hold up. We know what it might be just be Google tax. How come?
Oh,
And that's the top scorer in Champions League.
Bro, you know what?
Is it a colour thing?
That's the whole thing, though.
I mean, it is Germany.
What's that?
Look at that smug face, man.
cheesing. Look at him, gassed.
A lot of arrogance, man. I see a lot of arrogance in that squad.
How many titles?
Why you do this to me, HH? Why you do this?
Court, shut up. What's with Barry and then Adnan? Barry.
Oh no, I have nothing to say about.
Oh, okay.
Bayern.
So, Adnan, go for it.
Yeah,
waiting for my team.
I'm kind Harry Kane, he's had an incredible season. Outside of Bayern not advancing further in the Champions League, but I'm kind of torn between Spurs winning the Europa League, which is the second tier of Europe, if we're being honest. But they haven't won a title in so long. I'm kind of thinking that's more significant than Bayern winning
100%.
when they've won like every other year. Yeah, but the Kane factor is Kane's never won a trophy, so it's still a big deal for him.
Audi Cup.
Yeah, but it'll be a bigger moment with Kane being on the pitch, so he could have his Kodak moments. He could grab the trophy and probably in front of the fans instead of on the road.
Okay, so wait, Adnan, would you judge him if he cries lifting up the trophy? Would you judge him?
I can't judge him for crying because like that's a big weight off his shoulder. He lost 2 Euro finals. He lost the Champions League finals to my boys when we got that cheap penalty. So I can't blame him for the first time. The first time, for being excited, being too excited. So,
all right, Court, is there anything you need to say?
Yeah. Honestly, I wouldn't be sad. Sorry, what's the question?
All right, shout out to your boy Esam. Thank you for the drop.
No.
Cool, thanks. Thanks.
I can answer.
Wait, no. Cool. You were about to answer something you didn't even know the question to.
No, I know.
No. Think longer than that. You were literally beginning to answer something, and he said, "What were you even answering it to?" Nah, Cool.
Okay. Hold on.
You have competition this year, bro. KJ, you're facing a veteran. KJ, you're facing a veteran, bro. Bro. Like KJ. I mean, KJ, you're good. You have a good start, but KJ, you're facing a career veteran, bro.
You know when they bring back the veterans for the war, that's cool, man.
So I said it because last time when I was talking.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Can I just ask, what were you answering the question to?
Okay, I know we're talking about Bayern and Kane, right? But sometimes I go off the rails. And so you're like, okay, you're not answering the question. And that's why I asked you, what is the question? Because I know if I go off the rails, you're going to say I'm not answering the question.
Let's just okay, cool. Just very briefly, because we need to get something. Do you think it's more significant for Bayern to win the Bundesliga with Kane on the pitch, or would you have rather they won it against Pilsen FC?
I would have really loved if they won it with Kane on the pitch, just because, dude, the guy has gone through so much struggles. He's gone to a Euro finals, lost that.
How is that my concern? Cole, how's that my concern?
I mean, it's for England against. I'm not saying they should beat, but I'm saying they should have really tried hard to win that Euro final, but they didn't. He went to the semifinals of the Champions League. We didn't win that either, and then also he hasn't won anything with Spurs. So he needs something. He's angling for a trophy one way or another. I thought. Me personally, this season, I would have loved if he just won a DFB Pokal. I think that would have solidified his trophy curse, honestly.
Cup in his first game.
Honestly, right? Because I'm gonna say this, right? I did not believe Bayern could win the league this season. The way Leverkusen played last season, I was like, oh no, I don't think Bayern could win it. But after seeing how everything panned out, I think what really made us win the Bundesliga this season is not so much of the games that we played at home against the smaller teams and away against smaller teams. It's more so of the games against Leverkusen. That is what really decided the title. You understand?
We draw both games. What?
No. Listen.
Including 0-0.
Yes. it was
Did
not.
drop a break.
No. Listen,
Hold on,
listen,
let go speak. Let go speak.
please. So the thing is, right? Before that tie, we weren't the favorite to beat Leverkusen. Leverkusen, because they were the champions, a lot of people were saying, "Oh, Leverkusen would win the championship this season." You understand? We sorry. We managed
Yeah,
to,
where the hell were you then?
yeah.
Keep
So
going, Cole. Keep going.
Is that Lagos?
so we managed to get good results against Leverkusen, not only in the league, but also in the Champions League. And I think that is a huge title statement. Because if you can show those performances against Leverkusen, who I would say are our direct rivals right now in the title, then you send out messages to them. And that is why they started crumbling against teams like Wolfsburg, against teams like St. Pauli and these teams, you know. So for me, I'm gonna be honest. I think it's not a convincing title win, but again,
A win is a win. A win is
a
a
win
win.
is a win. Yeah, but I want Company to honestly, Company. I'm gonna really judge him based off the Club World Cup. If he doesn't win that Club World Cup, I'm sacking him right now. I'm gonna
Okay.
be honest with you.
Thank you for that. Oh, yeah,
Shout
please,
out to
please,
Mike
please, please be honest.
Rose.
Wait, hold
AJ.
up. We don't know. Hold on. Wait, so, Pipinda, were you pissed off that you didn't do it today, or would it be sweeter doing it in front of the home fans next week?
I mean, I was just pissed off that we didn't win the game. And to be honest, I rather win it at Munich than in Leipzig. To be honest, but the way we conceded the last goal, nah. Like, no matter if we win the title today or tomorrow or however, that was seeing how we defended that, or how we tried to defend in that situation really made me angry. But yeah, I think that, well, the title is done. Yeah. We got the result that we needed. It wasn't the best game from us, especially in the first half. Second half was better. But yeah, I just find it crazy that this guy Harry Kane, he came down to the pitch. He wasn't AJ. He wasn't even allowed there. Like, but the DFL said, okay, it's his first
Okay,
title.
okay,
He can
Pipinda.
celebrate.
Do you believe
Let
now?
them.
Do you believe that once Kane got to the touchline, the football universe said, "Nah, Paulson, let's ride, baby"?
Yeah,
Because I believe that. I believe that.
yeah.
If he didn't come down to the touchline, you have held on. So I'm not going to blame the Bayern players. I'm going to blame Kane. I think once the football universe saw him at the touchline smiling, they were like, "Nah."
Yeah, and I don't know, AJ, if you saw his face. Yeah, yeah. Okay, great, maybe. Yeah, I feel for this guy because also imagine he watched the first half, so we conceded 2 goals and thought, oh, if we lose this, we may bottle the league. I mean, there could have been a chance if we lost this game today.
Mm.
There still would have been a chance for Leverkusen to clinch the title. So yeah, but AJ next week in Munich, he will get a beer shower.
Yes,
So
and I
yeah.
think that'll be better. All right, let me hit Swinky Dubinsky's my shout
AJ,
to
wait, can I speak on this quickly? Just one thing.
very quickly, Kate. Go for it.
Shouldn't he have left Spurs 6 or 7 years earlier than he did? Do we not criticize
Well,
him
he would
enough for
have,
that?
but he did like you know in the Wild West. Well, that's you spit in your hand and you handshake. That's the agreement that he had with Levy, and the Levy that went back on
Do you
this.
think that we don't criticize him enough for that, though?
Well, no. But here's the thing. No, everyone did, because people's issue was that all you care about is the goal record and thinking. But then he didn't want to leave, but his brother messed up the thing by not actually having believing. Basically, they had like a gentleman's handshake with Levy, and Levy was like, nah. So,
HH, I have a question.
Wait, hold on. What's my shout to SM?
Real quick, HH, just one question.
Okay, go for it.
So, do you think that Harry Kane will stay after winning the trophy? I mean, he's basically if he wins which it looks like now, if he wins the league title, I think he's bouncing. That's how I see it.
To where?
I can see him either going to Real Madrid or I can see him going to Spurs.
Wait, hold on. Did he say Spurs?
Yeah. Well,
what the fuck you talking about?
No, he said he.
Wait,
said
no, that
Core,
that's
you
not
are
a bad idea.
hilarious.
Well, Corey,
Real
he
Madrid,
ain't going
Real Madrid looks more likely
to
though,
Spurs
because Real
No,
Madrid.
or Madrid.
The
Like
reason
Madrid,
the reason why I'm saying Real Madrid looks more likely is he fits Real Madrid's system. If you really look at it,
Do Real have the money? Can they afford it? And would
and
Bayern
will
agree
they
to?
go for
I don't know. So
30?
would Bayern
How
agree
old
to
is
sell
Kane?
him?
How
yeah,
old is Kane? 32?
32. Isn't it? He has like a clause that's like 80 million euro release clause at like some
Yeah,
point
yeah,
this
yeah.
season.
They
Right?
won't spend 32
Okay, wait,
on a
hold on. Let me get
32 year.
hold on. Shout out to SM. Think it up. City can win the FA Cup and finish above Spurs and Chelsea could win in Europe and make it to the CL, all while Arsenal end up trophyless. Peak
We're gonna
AFTV
get that.
coming. You know
We're
what? Hold
gonna
up.
get that. We're gonna
I'm
get
going to get back to this when we get to the Arsenal
yeah.
topic.
We're
But what
gonna
I'm saying
get-
though is, SM, I'm assuming that Arsenal are going to win on Wednesday.
We
That's
are
my
going to
assumption.
get generational
My assumption
AFC
is
content.
they're winning because if they don't, don't have. So my assumption is, relax, they're winning on Wednesday. So that's my thing. But we'll get back to this dub. If man, how should he lift the Bundesliga? Wait,
He's asking.
I think he's saying who should
Oh.
lift it, yeah.
wait, bro, Muller should be the first person to lift that thing.
Miller is
100%.
the captain, so
No, he's
or,
the captain.
Or no, yeah.
He's the club leader, and
Yeah.
it's his last season, so of course he's going to be the first person to lift it
Wait,
up.
isn't Neuer still like in a wheelchair or something, Bupinder?
Yes,
Yeah,
but
no, he was on the bench.
Muller's out of the way, so basically
He
Muller's
was on
going
the
to be the
bench
first one.
tonight. He was on the bench today.
Now here's the thing: if Muller starts to lift it up and Kane rugby tackles him and lifts it up instead, do we judge Kane? Or do we say
Nah, man,
desperation?
I don't know.
AJ,
Hold up, do
AJ,
we just say desperation? Desperation
There's
time.
desperate
AJ.
times call for desperate.
wait,
AJ,
That's doy.
after the game, they were celebrating with the fans, and I think
Whoa! What
Thomas
is that
Muller,
picture down? Wow,
No, Barry, don't say anything.
Thomas
Money
Muller
makes
was trying.
better chain that.
Nah, I'm just saying, man, because that was a bit mad. Yeah.
AJ, and Thomas Muller tried to relax Harry Kane that nothing will go wrong. Leverkusen ain't scoring 30 goals. I think Harry Kane was still stressing about not winning a trophy.
Wait,
That's cool. That's
I was
crazy.
gonna say, how long do you reckon we see the Harry Kane with a trophy in his bed picture?
Yes,
Bupinder.
like
has,
Messi. Yes,
Has Elise been the signing of the season?
of course
Yeah.
it's been the sign of the season.
Yeah, and
You know he's got
Wait, hold
Yeah.
on. Who's been a better signing than Olise?
Julian Alvarez possibly, or
Nah.
Ayose Perez of Villarreal actually for value for money.
Juice Bihol?
That's surprising.
Shout out
for money.
KDH, man.
Value for
Shout
money.
out to the fake Kelvin Tiro. Are you covering La Ligue As Classic? Oh, shut up, bro. Okay,
HH, this AVI is better.
La Ligue
This AVI is
has.
better. That I have. It's a Napoli fan who made a Lukaku cake.
Okay, all right, okay. One Chelsea versus 100 Jugardens, aka was still searching for a first UCL, while Big Bro have already won 2 UCLs, one in 2012, one in 2021.
It's a question. Can 100 Jugardens
Big
beat
Bro,
one
why
Chelsea?
can't we just be like you?
I don't think he wrote all that.
Money
Jugardens
Mace,
beat one
you have 5
Chelsea.
seconds. Money Mace, you have 5 seconds to turn that AVI 5, 4.
Is
3,
Lukaku cake? What's
2.
the problem?
Okay, good, thank you. So,
Wait, do you reckon it's milk or dark chocolate?
Barry,
Yes, sir.
Barry, is your mic okay there, Barry?
Yes, sir.
Okay, cool. All right. So Barry, I want to do some math. Shout out to Miss Smallwood, man. Barry, I want to do some math.
What's up?
So, my question to you, Barry, is:
Yep.
if my math is, if you keep on changing it, I'm not going to bring you in there, bro. So you can keep on changing it up.
Who's that?
But it doesn't matter. So Barry, if Real draw, does a Barca win next Sunday clinch the title?
No, they have to lose.
No.
No, but
I
listen,
think they
No, because remember, let's do Miss Small. So if they draw, what's the gap? That's 6.
Yes.
If you now win, the gap is now 9.
Yeah.
And how many games are remaining? 3 games.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Makes
No, you'd
sense.
win it because it's head to head as well.
And
Yeah,
remember,
okay,
it's head to head. That's the key thing, because it's head to head and everything. So they have to win.
Okay, I haven't checked it because at that point I was doing the calculations while the game was still going. I didn't see it after. Okay, yeah. So they have to lose some points. Yeah.
So are we assuming Madrid beats Celta Vigo? Because some people said to me on Twitter that Celta Vigo actually have a pretty good record and everything because, Barry, I think that Nomad might actually self-combust if after everything he said, Barca beat them to win the title. Do you think that could actually happen, or no, Madrid would actually beat Celta Vigo? Because see, Barry, I'll tell you right now, if Madrid don't win, I truly fear for next Sunday. Barry, talk to me.
I feel like I don't think they're gonna lose to Celta Vigo. Obviously, it's not out of the blue because we've seen games like we've seen Oguduro coming to the Bernabeu and do his thing. So it wouldn't be surprising if Celta Vigo coming to their stadium and do a number on them. But let's say I think they'll win. But I think for Real, the thing is don't lose next week. Because if you allow Barcelona to beat you 4 times in a row, so that's a sweep. And the NBA, that's a sweep. Like that's a series.
No, Bob Barry. What would be worse? No, a sweep is bad. A sweep plus. Actually, hold up. When was the last time Barca won the title by playing Real Madrid?
I don't remember in my lifetime. I don't think
I don't
think I've ever seen that. I mean, streets. Talk to me. Anyone in the streets. Has Barca ever? Have either side ever clinched the title by beating them?
I don't even think that's.
I don't think it's happened for either side.
No, because I think we would have heard about it if it ever happened.
And normally,
can you hold on. Copa del Rey, and now the league, bro.
Nah, I think that's too much.
That's too much. Yeah. This is very right. It's too much. Okay, basically that. Thank you, Barry. Basically, it's not happening. No, it's not happening. It's too much.
Yeah.
So, Barry, talk.
But when you look
at the game, sorry, continue.
Continue. Oh, okay, the game and then after the optics. Yeah. So I think today, I think we're at the point of the season where performance doesn't matter. Like you have to win every single game until vacation. But I think today it's a sign of Barcelona. Whatever happens after the season, you have to look into squad depth because shout out to Ansu Fati. You know, I respect the brothers for coming back from all these injuries and all. But,
I don't.
Okay, but he's cooked, man. He's a shadow of himself. I think it's best to not waste a roster spot on him too. And Ter Stegen, I replaced Araujo from the King Von equivalent to a Ter Stegen because I forgot how this guy used to give me trauma, man. Like the first couple minutes, I knew some shit was gonna go down, and lo and behold, that whack ass goal Valladolid scored. I was scared, man. But I knew that at halftime when Flick made the substitutions, we were gonna push a little bit more because I saw that in the first half that
So if it was you, would you go out and get another top tier keeper, or would you try and entrust Marlboro's Smokers tax to be the number 1 keeper next season? Like, what do you do with the keeper situation for next season?
I think you have to look into another keeper because shout out to Szczesny, but it was more of a crisis situation because Iñaki Peña, I don't think we were going to be sure that we were going to ride the whole season with him. So I don't know how the market is going, but we're going to see how it looks like during the summer window. But today we didn't push that hard because we have 2 back-to-back major games, but a win was important because if you lose and then your more will be low for the UCL and then El Clasico. So it was an important win, no matter who the opponent was.
I'm calling out Onana comeback to Barca.
What? Okay, so
we're good, man. We're good.
Elijah, talk to me. Do you think Barca clinched the title against Madrid, or Madrid will actually show some respectability and avoid that embarrassment?
I think I put it in the chat. Does that make sense? Like, I think they just need 3 points to be fair.
No. If Madrid win, then, and even if they win, they still then they'll need another win to clinch it.
Yeah, or they're gonna need Barca to. Yeah, no, it's wraps, bro.
Yeah, so sorry to cut you off. Like, so we need 5 points to win, but if Real drop points, then only a win against them will guarantee it. Continue, Elijah.
I don't think I've seen that. I don't think we've seen that in our lifetime, bro. We're like a
El Clasico is the league clincher.
It was a clincher.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
No, like I've seen old videos. I remember Rivaldo, they had a final day game where it got them the UCL. But I've never seen El Clasico be a clincher. That would be insane. But for me personally, I don't think it's even gonna get to that point because I think Barca's already got it in the bag. To be fair, so But I mean, would you buy Ter Stegen? But Ter Stegen to Chelsea, I think that's a good idea.
Elijah, can you please say the full name of the keeper of Chelsea Football Club? Can you say his name?
Let me pull up his name.
You know,
Robert the Don Sanchez. No. Let him pull him because I want the full name. Any middle names as well? Any monikers? Any nicknames?
Robert Lynch Sanchez. Wait, hold on.
Robert what?
Robert Lynch Sanchez.
Lynch.
No, he's a fake Spanish. He's fake Spanish.
No, KJ, he is. He's fake Spanish. You know, he's half
Jamaican.
He's half Jamaican. A Spanish guy named
Lynch. Okay, you know what? Okay. Wait, hold on. Elijah, just okay. So Elijah, the answer to Elijah, the answer to your question is yes. I would happily take Ter Stegen over that more.
All I'm saying is I can only imagine the way.
Are you sure? Are you sure, man?
I'm taking
Barry.
I'm taking Naki Penny over.
Barry,
it's no better.
No. Barry, any complaints you have of Stegen, multiply that by infinity, and that's Sanchez.
I don't know, man. I'm just saying, like, you're getting the same product.
Yeah,
HH would take Onana at this point, probably.
Wait, hold on, pause. Let me actually. Okay, Streets.
Come back.
Okay, hold on, Streets. Whose was Terestatu or the Spanish Grover?
No,
I swear the Spanish Grover was.
Not really asking for
Sanchez.
It's Robert Sanchez.
Sanchez.
Thank you.
PG, what do you mean, man? He's horrible. What are you saying?
It's not that bad.
And you know
No, come on, man.
You know what pissed me off as well?
He's not
this guy Ter Stegen had the gall, the cheek, the unmitigated gall to stand with Araujo and hold that Copa del Rey. Disgraceful. That pissed me off. You didn't lift up the trophy?
You're hating.
Well, he's the captain, so.
No, listen, Elijah, he's bad, but he's not Sanchez. Sanchez is like a different level.
Sanchez is a different level, bro.
Maybe I need to watch more Chelsea.
No. Barry, trust me. Take it from a guy who has suffered this guy. Barry, take it from me. He's worse.
Maybe I have to watch more Chelsea.
Barry
is bad, man.
Barry, you
definitely don't have to watch Sanchez. They're not good to watch.
Wait, hold on. Wait, KJ.
You know, Burnley just got promoted, right? And they got 100 points. And their goalkeeper is James Trafford. He considered 16 goals in 46 championship games, which was diabolical. He is better than Robert Sanchez. I promise you that in my life.
Yeah, he is. I like how we went from Barca to Robert Sanchez.
I don't know.
Bro, that's a crazy transition.
I'm trying to understand. But no, the league is, in my opinion, the league is done. No. We know the league is done. Yeah. The question though is, how does it get done? Because Elijah, if Barca do a clean sweep of Madrid and in the fashion they clinch the title against Real in their home ground, Elijah, this will be the biggest L in Real's history.
You think Rudiger can fight Ancelotti? That would be quite fun.
Yes.
Rudiger.
Can I ask a question?
No. Perez will swoop down and will body slam Ancelotti.
HH, let's be honest. He's coming down with his bodyguards and removing.
No. Forget about bodyguards. Himself, he's coming down and doing a pedigree, a tombstone pile driver, and a stone cold stunner. All the same time, Carlo Ancelotti.
Hitting Carlo over the head with the chair.
This is how I'm seeing it. Madrid beats Celta Vigo tomorrow.
Yes.
It'll be 2-1. I'll go 2-1 Madrid over Celta Vigo. Barca will win 2-0 at Madrid and will clinch it.
No. Clasico is a Barca. Barca at home.
Oh, Barca at home. Yeah. So Barca will beat Madrid 2-0 at Camp Nou. I mean at Montjuic, and that's it. Wraps. I just don't see it.
Oh, can I ask?
No. Okay, but well, it won't be mathematically done. But then if that happens, then all Barca need is 8 points or something.
Yeah.
What is the title race like if Madrid beat Barca though?
I think
1 point.
I think Barca will need 3 more points. I think.
Yeah, Barca would have to either get that. But I mean, in order for Madrid to really even sniff first place, they need Barca to crumble. And the chances of
mean, look, it's for that to happen. They need basically so.
If they beat them, it's only one game they need to
So let's say they lose. then that's 3 more games with what would be a. Oh yeah, true. Actually, no, you're right, because that would be a 1-point swing.
Yeah, Money Mason to drop 1 point in 3 games, which is
Money
possible.
Mason and Elijah. What do you think of HH's prediction that Atleti would win the league? I'm just curious.
So Money Mason. So that's so Money. So basically, the thing though is the thing though is.
Can I ask?
Wait, hold on, Elijah. I think you forget that I'm a dictator here, and I can give red cards just because I feel like it. Stuff. So you forget that I'm an emotive ref. I'm not a democratic ref. I'm an emotive ref. So
can I
get a question?
So if you piss me off and everything, that's I'm going to act like a I'm going to act like a
title
Karen.
charge for Chelsea.
Keep pushing it. I'll act like a Karen and a chippy white girl.
We just need a blonde wig.
I will trust me. I will invoke my
Is there a
inner white girl.
Nigerian name for Karen?
Inner white girl.
Okay, can I ask you one quick question?
Barry, talk to me, Barry. What is it?
Yeah, just a quick question to everyone. So, I sincerely in my heart, I don't believe that we're gonna win the league by beating them, like in that specific game and next week. But would you say that this Real Madrid season, anything that could have gone bad went bad? So it wouldn't be a massive shock that it happens, because I think it couldn't have gone any worse than what it happened.
But Barry, I think as you even said as well, that's too much.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because I think Barca to beats Real 4 times and to clinch the title, Barry, that's too much. That's
also we have to consider that. Let's be real. No one saw that coming from Barca. No, many people went with Madrid winning the league and dominating. So
wait, Pinder, name those people.
Shout out to we won't name them on this.
Bro, I got like 5 things on him.
Wait, hold on. Okay, Wiedemann. Will your
I'll see you guys another time, peace.
Peace out, Barry. So Wiedemann, will your club stand tall?
We can
beat Celta Vigo and basically build Celta Vigo, beat Barca and actually make it respectable.
Well, here's the thing. The Celta Vigo thing matters less. The reality is, no matter what, there is no option to lose to Barcelona next week, because even if we win tomorrow, right, we lose to Barcelona next week. Sure, they don't win the title, but it's basically over, like, in our stadium then, either way. So regardless, if we lose, it's a fucking disaster. And it's not going to be good for the players at all. We have to get some kind of result there to at least make it respectable. If they win it against us, at least it won't be at the Bernabeu. That would be the worst. But
no. I mean, like, wait a minute. That's like the worst of the worst. But this is like the next best.
The second worst.
This is the second worst.
Yeah, you don't want to lose it there either. And if you lose there, even while winning tomorrow, it's still lost. You still lost the title playing the game against Barcelona, pretty much, right?
Yeah.
And so either way, the title's pretty much over. The winning today is just like, hey, these guys are just going to hold on to results. It's nothing, they're not doing anything that's crazy special, just regular champion things of winning the last few games, nice and easy.
No, I mean, but if you were to predict, do you believe Madrid beats Celta Vigo and the winner El Clasico? Like, okay, how do you think the next 2 fixtures will?
I think that it's gonna be a draw next week. I think it's gonna be a draw.
So you beat Celta Vigo and you draw next week.
I think we draw both games.
Aspas got something for us.
Wait, I'm going to write down. If you don't beat Celta, actually, you know what? I think I might be with you. For me, I think that if Madrid lose or draw, the next week will be a draw. There's no way Madrid will allow themselves to lose.
I think both are going to be draws.
Iago Aspas got something for us tomorrow. It's all right. Don't worry about it. It's fine.
No. But even if Iago from Shakespeare says what's up, do you see Madrid losing to Barca to get them? Hold on. Do you see Madrid losing to Barca to give them the title?
There is no world in which that happens.
I don't see it happening, man. It's never it's not happened in the recent. If you look at the history of the last 15 years,
that's what I told him.
Yes.
If you look at the last 15 years, there's not the second Clasico has actually not been that important. It's either been too early in the season to where it has a massive impact, or the season's already been over. Like the one team is already massively ahead. This is also kind of like it, to be honest, right? Where it's not really that important. Barca are probably going to win it anyway, but it's still not even been the case where the last time I can remember where it's been a late Clasico and it's been within 4 points was like 2014 when they beat us 4-3 with the Messi hat trick, and then we both lost the title to Atletico. So like it's not something that usually happens, and I don't think we're gonna be losing the title in that match. That would be truly disastrous. And you saw me when we got knocked out. No, you didn't see me when we got knocked out by Arsenal, but you saw me when we lost the Copa del Rey to Barcelona. You will not see me if we lose the league to Barcelona.
I won't see anybody, and I think if that happens, I think we'll never see nobody again.
What would be worse, losing to them and they clinch their title, or giving Barca a guard of honor?
We've only been seeing
that's not gonna happen.
Real Madrid fans.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen. But I'm just asking you as a Madrid fan.
Like, it is what it is, guard of honor. It is what, like, who cares? Winning the title there, that's not fun. That's not fun. Like, that happened right in front of you is not fun.
What's it called? Valladolid, they did a guard of honor today. So
hold on, did they?
Well, that's for the Copa del Rey.
Yeah, so Real Madrid won't do a guard of honor all day.
Wait, hold on.
So bad.
Hold on. Maybe when you get relegated, you lose some brain cells. How do you do a guard of honor for Copa del Rey?
Hey, HH, it's called the King's Cup.
No, HH, not for Gatlock.
No, I'm not saying
will you demand a guard of honor when you win the Conference League, like for the first match in the next season?
I want to for bottom 10. I want to give that guard.
I wouldn't see what the picture is. I demand a guard. No, hold on. Okay, Bupinda.
There's not that game after the Conference League.
Hold on, Bupinda. No joke. Let's be real. If you complete the set, the only club to complete the set.
I agree. It makes sense.
Conference leagues are
No. Let's be real. I want a season-long guard of honor. A season-long guard of honor.
This is the most shameful.
Money mate, all this chat, you better win something.
Also, when we bring it out, for every kind of honor, we bring out the Conference League trophy and we parade the Conference League trophy around and everything. No, hold on. We parade all four.
Why is Money Mace?
No, all three trophies. We parade all three trophies.
Drop a break.
Why is Money Mace trolling in a competition?
I want a season-long guard of honor, and we parade all three trophies in the guard of honor.
Do you know what I want? I want a clip from Maresca when he sings Chelsea, like the Pep one. I need that. I need that.
Why is Money?
That's the question. Do you guys have any other?
Wait. Hold on. What am I saying? I'm what's it called? I'm Cajun and Gatlock. Cajun, what are you saying?
Why is Money Mace trolling about a trophy?
Because I'm jealous. I want to win the Conference League. I need that Conference League.
Money Mace, you gotta win that. You gotta win that competition.
I need that Conference League.
Hold on. Wait, so hold on.
Don't let Anthony dunk on you.
Wait, so does anybody else want to talk on Barca before we move to?
Can I go on this?
Okay, wait, hold on. Gatlock, talk to me. Gatlock.
Okay, first of all, shout out Barca and their B squad for getting the job done, even though they needed to bring some.
Technically, it really wasn't because I think this Raphinha came on, Thingy came on, and everything. So it wasn't really, the B squad didn't really get it done.
Yeah, okay, true. But Fermin scored, so at least that's something. And he's a B squad member. Almost the one that starts. Anyway, look, tomorrow all eyes are going to be on Celta because Real Madrid, they need to win that game and make sure they don't lose against Barca because a draw is not going to be enough.
For me, I think Real are winning that game for sure because they don't even want to have the possibility of what could happen next. So for sure, Real are going to win for sure.
Yeah, because if they draw, then it will be head to head if Barca wins against them next time. So they can't let that happen. They can't. We can't have. We can't have Barca having a 4-piece on Real Madrid on Mbappe's debut. We can't have that.
That would be wild.
How many lessons is Yamal gonna teach Mbappe?
That'd be wild, bro. Because I've not addressed it. But this Yamal and Mbappe narrative has been pretty scary. Just I've been trying to ignore it and everything. But what I look at this Yamal and Mbappe thing, I'm just glad that nobody has really brought it up fully, so I can sort of go around it.
Has he beaten him in his career?
Money Mace.
No, it's 0-4, bro. It's 0-4. He's not even drawn in his career. It's 0-4.
No, it's 0-5 Euros. It's 0-5.
Yeah, Euros.
No, the 0-4 is plus Euros. But they only played 3 times against.
It's 0-4 now, but 0-5 in total.
I mean, didn't he
No,
get a win
but Papa
with
hasn't.
PSG?
Was Mbappe on the pitch for all those 5 times? I don't
What
think
about
so.
PSG Barca last season?
Actually, if you deep, no, if you deep, it's actually 6-1 if you count PSG last year.
Yeah, because last year they advanced against Barca.
Yeah.
If you count PSG last year, it's 6-1. Wow, you're flexing. You're flexing 5-2 or whatever you're flexing HH. But this guy doing 6-1 on your head, and it could be 7-1. Shout out Brazil that we're going to
Imagine they face up in a World Cup final. HH, Lamine versus Mbappe in the World Cup final.
Oh, bro, then I ain't watching, bro.
Exactly. Look for Barca. I think it's safe to say that they've done it. If somehow, some way, I don't think Barca collapsing.
Actually, no, sorry. That's actually a good point. I don't think you can count it. Remember, Yamal was the one who got subbed off.
Oh, that's true. So
that's a good.
So hold on. What was the score?
What was the score
before Yamal went? What was the score before Yamal went?
I think it was
Barca were winning by 1 goal.
1-0. Barca win. No, wait. Barca winning?
No, they were winning it by 2.
Yeah, they were winning.
Was it 7?
It wasn't a penalty. It was a free kick.
Yeah, they were winning by 2 at that point.
Yeah.
It was 4-2.
So
Barca fans complain about Xavi taking off Yamal.
What you're telling me is 7-0? It's not 6-1. It's 7-0.
It's no. We have to now. Basically, that game doesn't count, so therefore it's 5-0.
Well, all we know is
sorry, 6-0. It's 6-0.
That makes a lot of
because that game doesn't count.
That makes a lot of
Score
difference.
of all the games, though.
Okay, we'll reduce it by 1. 6-1, 6-0. Okay, it's still not a good look.
It's still bad.
And the funny thing is, people still look at Mbappe as this young buck. Homeboy is 10 years or
He's
almost 10
26.
years older than
26.
My name is
Yamal.
focus on Wednesday, bro.
He's almost 10 years older than Yamal, bro. Like, oh my days.
Bro, he's nearly 30, you know. He's nearly
Getting screwed by young.
Let's get to the.
What is focus on Remontada? Focus on Remontada.
And this prick HH keeps bringing up when he was 19. He hasn't been a teenager for 6 years.
Was he or was he not a 19 when he won the World Cup? Yes or no?
Wait, Gatlock, is Mbappe getting the Rashford treatment?
Bro, he's getting the
You
Lingard
know,
treatment.
if Spain win the World Cup,
So we're calling him Jesse.
if Spain win the World Cup, he's going to be 18.
Spain are not winning the World Cup.
He's going to be 18, HH.
Spain are not winning that.
HH, you know it's a possibility, though. Like,
It won't happen.
what?
It won't happen. It won't happen.
Mbappe's legacy is in the
HH,
toilet.
wait on the.
Let's just
Wait, hold on. Gatlock.
Hold on. Let's
generations
get
good, man.
Yamal score in a Euro semis, a Champions League semis, and a World Cup semis. Let's not let that happen. As a teenager, let's not let that happen. But anyway, look, going back to Barcelona, I think everyone knows it's done right now. They can't. I can't say bottle, but they can't slip up at this point. They can't. And shout out to Atletico for being useless as always. But
HH pick for the league, by the way. HH pick for the league, by the way. Just so you know.
I highly doubt. And as for, I didn't talk about this topic. As for Kane and Bayern, look, it doesn't matter because Leverkusen, I can see them dropping points. So homeboy will be in slippers when he will receive his trophy in Telegram or something because it's not that guy is that guy can't win on the pitch. It's just not possible. He's not even winning.
So if he wins his first trophy via Telegram, should we recognize it?
Yeah, because he hasn't won.
Zoom Bundesliga.
Well, yeah. I mean,
Okay, hold up. Do Zoom Bundesliga count? Do Zoom Bundesliga count?
A Bundesliga is a Bundesliga.
Got a Bluetooth trophy.
Wait, hold up. Physical versus Zoom. Which one counts more?
Physical counts more.
Wait, when do we get a Microsoft Teams trophy?
It'll be our Skype, so no one will see it.
All right, okay.
Call the conference.
Wait, can I just quickly?
Just go for it. Just.
Oh yeah, can you just quickly zoom to my video? Man of the match
What?
today. Yeah, he got man of the match today.
Oh, Martin got it.
Shout out to Martin,
Yeah,
bro.
Tell Casey to apologize.
Yes, Casey, where you at?
Tell Casey to apologize.
I mean, to be fair, he is still the second coming of Satan. I do agree in that sense, but just on the whole, like Madrid thing, I'm going to share something. This is going to be their defense for the remaining part of the season. And we saying with their points.
Oh
yeah,
no,
I'm HH. I'm sharing the screen.
All right.
Yes.
Hold up. All right.
So are you telling me Barca aren't winning the El Clasico with this defense?
That's the full
Yeah, okay.
What
Congratulations,
the hell?
Barca. Congratulations, Barca.
Oh my god.
Who's UC?
I was going to ask the same thing.
I really want a 4-piece like Popeyes. I want a
That's
4-piece.
probably a test
Hold on,
player.
please tell me they didn't hire an anime character called UC.
I want a
Wait,
4-piece like Popeyes.
Let's be honest. Jermaine is going to play as
That's my
Alaba.
question.
Alaba. There's no
AJ,
way
are we
in.
getting a 4-piece like a Popeyes box? Yes or no?
Bro, Jacopo Ramon is
Vallejo in
terrible.
2025, man.
That guy was horrible.
Vallejo in 2025.
Dude, that guy had like one performance. I don't even remember who it was against. It was ass.
I'm sorry.
if
How
I
are you
read that-
called Jacobo and I should rep you as a football player, bro? Sorry.
Yeah.
Like you
bro.
can't
That's a
be a
big
football
name.
player called Jacobo.
Bro,
Not even
Jacobo.
at least call yourself Jacob.
Dude,
Basically, that looks like a typo. Jacobo looks like a typo.
Nah, you're.
It's too close to Yakubu.
Yeah.
It's too close to Yakubu.
Okay, all right.
All right, KJ, I heard that laugh.
Speak on
KJ, I heard that laugh. KJ, I heard that laugh.
Spanish.
I remember. Hold up. If you laugh too hard, that counts as a yellow as well. So what how you
Pinda, what are you
laugh,
saying? What? Jakubu.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
H has trauma from that name.
Wait, hold on. Okay. Then why is he called Jacobo and not Jacob Ramon?
It sounds more Spanish. That's why.
Okay, hold on.
It's actually
Okay, we have to get to the. Okay, hold
It
on.
really isn't. He's
I'm
just
getting to the bottom of this. Okay.
Is he like Dominican?
Tell me that Jacobo is not his nick. Why is he called Jacobo?
That's the name, though.
Can you bring up Ty Crane's comment?
HH, that's
Bring
like,
up Ty
you
Crane's
know,
comment.
Wait, okay, no, Bisbee. Okay, Bisbee, you can't do this. Bisbee, now you're lying, Bisbee.
That sounds like a pirate name.
See, Bisbee, you can't do this, Bisbee. Because I've gone to Wikipedia, Bisbee. This is what it says. It's Jacobo Ramon.
AJ, where's
Wait, he doesn't even have a picture.
Okay, so his name, Jacobo, is in Spanish.
I've never heard that name in Spanish before.
Yeah, bro, that's a Spanish name.
Jacobo?
Jacobo.
Wait, is it?
Yes.
What?
Wait, is it a Nigerian/Spanish name?
Okay, look. Okay.
He's not even gonna play because Madrid extra are doing the most right now.
How so? Wait, Adash, how to explain?
No, the starting line is probably gonna be Garcia, Asensio, Tchouameni, and then
What's from El Lagos?
That's still bad.
Vasquez. and
Boy,
then
El Lagos is that, boy.
HH.
That's a yellow
HH.
card. El Lagos is a yellow card. I don't think you can accept it.
Wait, hold on. Wait, no, hold on. Who said El Lagos? Is it from the streets?
No, it's not. It's not.
Yeah,
It's
can
not
I
El
speak?
Lagos. It's not El Lagos. It's La Lagos.
The man. You're lying.
Wait, hold on. Let me get this. Shout to 87. Thank you for membership 87. Barca didn't lose El Clasico in 18-19 season.
Isn't that when they dropped a 5-piece in Real Madrid?
Yeah, they got the 5-piece on us, and then
Without
they
Messi.
Wait, what was the second one again?
Wait, so Barca won the league in
Oh no, they won
18-19.
like 1-0.
Yeah, it's
that was
Messi.
in
Yeah,
February.
They almost
Oh yes,
won
oh
Bundesliga.
okay, yeah, that's the Messi. Yeah, sorry.
But that was in February though.
Shout to the fake Kelvin Tiro. All my friends were black, but at the same time, all my enemies were black. Onana made me not want to a black.
Oh,
Yo, what is?
AK, talk to
Is
me.
that,
AK,
is
talk
that
to me.
English fan Messi?
Hold on.
English
AK, talk to
fan
me.
Messi?
AK.
yeah, man. First of all, but Onana's hurting your rep, man. Like I can't even lie, man.
Wait. Have you
what trading
seen
him,
the
bro?
Rams
Trading him.
clip?
Training him.
Oh yeah, didn't Rand say like I
Okay,
had
no,
Rams
okay,
went
AK,
up.
that's
Rams
okay. We're not.
literally
AK, we're
said,
not.
I
We're not.
understand.
AK.
Okay, so
Talk to me. AK, talk to me.
on
So
both-
AK.
oh,
So you're talking about. So you said that you've joined the war on Tesh.
Nah, that's not due to this thing. We'll get to.
Oh, okay, we'll get there.
Yes. You know.
Oh,
like-
sorry. Oh, yes, I know. Okay, yeah.
Yes.
Wait, not towards my club because I understand it.
What?
Who do you think, man?
War on Tesh.
Okay, go for it.
So here's the thing, HH. On Barcelona, man. I mean, I watched part of the game, bro. You know the game is low quality when I believe Gerard Martin won man the match.
Yes.
So you know that game is low quality at that point.
He walked out with an assist.
Why does he look so happy?
Shout to Martin, bro. Shout to Martin.
Shout out Gerard Martin, man. I thought Barcelona, bro. First of all, bro, Ansu Fati, man, bro.
It's
Can
over, it's
someone
over,
whip
it's
the
over.
10 shirt out of him?
No,
Can someone-
Ake, you know what? No, Ake, let's remember that. I'm going to Barcelona and I'll do it myself.
Wait,
If no one's going to do it, I'll do it myself.
Didn't he get back
I'll do it
to
myself.
No. Look.
And I'm fine.
Yes,
Say, a Nigerian is in jail for assaulting a young Barca player. It's fine. Well,
Guys,
Wait, hold on. Okay, just move the comment forward. Move the comment forward.
Hold on.
AK's talking. AK, talk.
Forget about what
at
you said. I'm talking about AK. Look, let's be honest. That number 10 jersey, it doesn't mean anything anymore nowadays. It doesn't. Okay, let's be honest, bro.
Wait, Gala,
Splash, don't do this.
Doesn't make any sense.
Wait, Gala, who was the number 10 for Chelsea?
Bro, here's the thing.
I don't even know. I don't like
Yeah,
who was
it's
number
Mudryk.
10 for Chelsea.
Bro, here's the thing, HH. I mean,
Here we go.
I understand why they don't want to give it to a Lamine Yamal because it's too much pressure and all that nonsense. But at least give it to Pedri or something. At least give it to Pedri.
Oh no, don't make pressure attacks, man.
Like, bro, watching him and just seeing the number 10 on the back, but it just feels wrong. Though, I'll be real. Until January of this season, HH, I generally thought Ansu Fati was at Brighton. I didn't know he was back at Barca.
No, but AK, like every time I see Fati playing and I see that number 10, I feel insulted.
Listen, like I've said on multiple times, I see Villarreal in his future. It's fine. Just wait for it to happen.
No. It's Shanghai FC's in his future.
Bro, for it,
Lejo!
Wait, hold on. No, this guy.
AK is talking. Guys, this is a panel, and we have to be. AK, can you talk? AK has the mic. Don't disturb it. AK comes in.
I'm sure some
his idol is Ronaldo, and we saw
you better watch it.
He went from assaulting young Barca players to being racist. Crazy.
J-Swiss.
Well, it's in the Chelsea gene.
AK.
Woody H, with all due disrespect, Fati at 22-23 is equal to like another player at 30, bro. Like that guy, that guy's finished. That guy's done.
No, but he said giving up on it. Yes, because we're finished. What am I giving up? Yes, we've given up. He's washed. Come on,
he's washed. I mean, overall though, like. First of all, if there's any Chinese people, if there's any Chinese people watching this, watching this stream, I would be very insulted.
I am Korean, and I was deeply offended by this.
Okay, no, what time out? Okay, hold up, time out. No, time out. Lejo is hello in Chinese.
It's ni hao. Ni hao is hello, no?
No,
yes, ni hao. No, it's ni hao.
Okay, what is Lejo?
Lejo means
something. No, we're not moving. No, hold on.
Do you know how to say?
I need someone Chinese up here. Lejo means something in Chinese.
Okay,
Weedman. No. Weedman, help us out. Lejo means something.
Bro, I don't fucking speak Chinese.
No.
That's another thing. Boy, he said he's Korean. He said he's not Chinese. But why are you asking him to be Chinese?
Proper Chelsea.
Just say you have a Chinese friend and move on.
Do you want to know what Lejo?
Just say you have a Chinese friend and move on.
Lejo's item 10 on the Chinese menu.
If you're lucky, I'm just as racist.
clap when Anton first man got
That's
abused.
Okay, you know what?
You gotta respect Weedman, honestly.
Yellow for me.
Money Maze. HH is one of the people.
Splash all three out.
HH, were you parking off the train?
No. We're not moving. I'm just right now. Okay, let me just write down. Shout out to Toby Ma, who was Cantonese, my very good friend from school, and taught me Chinese. My very good friend.
Another friend.
He said to me, Lejo means something in Chinese, and that was my best friend, Toby Ma.
Did you have imaginary?
How are you?
Cantonese.
Lejo is how are you?
It means how are you?
Thank you.
I had to quickly look it
No,
up.
everyone apologize right now. Apologize to you right now for.
No, you said
no.
You
You thought I said something wrong. Everyone apologize. Streets, I don't need an apology. Streets need an apology right now for saying stuff for me.
Apologize for AJ's racist behavior.
AJ, don't worry. The Chinese government will get you.
Wait.
Don't
Chinese
worry.
is a language.
Chinese isn't a language.
No, but thank you.
Wait. There's Mandarin and there's Cantonese.
Chinese isn't a language. So
Chinese is not a language.
That's
There's
correct.
Mandarin and there's Cantonese.
Let's drop another break.
No. To be fair, many people say Chinese, even though it's Cantonese. Just leave it as that.
Okay. No. Hold on. Gatlog, I told you. My best friend was Cantonese. There's a difference.
Oh, yeah,
Cantonese and Mandarin.
Yeah.
Basically, there's nothing called Chinese. There's Cantonese and
Imaginary
Mandarin.
friends don't count.
And you just said Chinese.
I know there's a difference. I'm just saying that there are some people that just.
And also, Gatlog, anybody that says Chinese, you lack education.
No, but
there's nothing called Chinese. It's either Cantonese or Mandarin.
And you said Chinese.
I didn't. I said Cantonese.
You did.
Do you not realize every time
Wait. KJ, what's tape?
Do you not
Okay,
realize
let me
every
just
time
reverse the
AJ
clip.
says something really racist, he always
Jason, don't
says,
say
"Oh,
that.
I have a friend I have a friend from this country. I have a friend from this country."
Yeah,
AJ always does that when he drops something really racist. Like he'll say something racist.
My name is he went into international school.
My name is this. My name is this.
Wait, hold on. Okay. Back to regular scheduled programming. AK.
No.
No. Moving on. Shush. AK.
Say my name is right there. Say my name.
AK.
Bro. I mean, bro.
And also Gatlog for you, and that's a yellow for you, Gatlog.
I'll try to speak on Barcelona, man. I mean,
my name. Say it right there.
in terms of like the Clásico next week, it's next week, right?
Can you say my name?
Yeah, next Sunday. Yep.
Sunday 10 a.m.
Yes. AK.
Can you say my name, HH?
Wait, hold on.
Can you say my name as well?
AK, have you disappeared?
HH, you got
I think someone got it.
HH, just don't fight it quickly.
HH, can you come to me next?
HH, just don't fight it quickly.
Yeah.
Wait. Okay. AK, go for it. And then go to KJ. AK.
Yeah. There's this issue with my internet connection. Yeah. That's fine. Yeah, I think overall, in terms of the Barca Real Madrid game, let's be real, bro. Barca is slapping them up.
Again?
Yes. Bro, I'm saying 2-0.
No, but okay, do they clinch the title there or no?
No, because I think Madrid will beat Celta tomorrow.
Okay.
I think Madrid beat them like 1-0, 2-0, something like that. And then Barca beat them and the title's over. But I saw last year Madrid beat Barca and they won the Liga. Or is that the game after?
It definitely wasn't against Barca. No, it was the game after. It definitely wasn't against Barca last season, no.
Okay, fine. Yeah, that's all I have to say.
KJ, what are you saying about Fadi?
Can we definitively say he's not better than Noni Madueke, just out of curiosity?
Yeah,
Can you drop us a full thing?
No, KJ.
Can we definitively say that?
Wait, no. As of right now in 2025, Madueke offers more than Fadi.
Okay,
No,
that's
not even offers more. Clear. Like, he's clear.
I think no, KJ.
There's no debate.
I think it happens. That injury has just destroyed. It destroyed it.
I feel like
I think physically, mentally, the injury just destroyed it.
I think Villarreal.
I can swear that there's some clips.
But here's the thing, though. Wait. He went to Brighton and did what at Brighton?
That was a loan thing. It's always a bit weird loan moves.
to the
I
beach.
think he's a player. Brighton's still a club in transition. I think Villarreal or Valencia could get something out of him, honestly, personally. Madueke should probably go to Villarreal or Valencia.
I'll be real. He's over, man.
He's a championship
He's in
player.
that Hudson Odoi category.
Bro, I'm done.
What's up with the names? Actually?
Wait, hold on. Let me bring that. So shout out to Fake Kelvin. Chelsea has more Guard of Honors given 5 than EPL's 4. That's a lie. That's a lie. So again, that's the way we've not given 5 Guard of Honors. We've given 2. So again, you can't come out here and just lie. So yeah, we don't have one. So
Elijah, can you check this?
Yeah, let me go.
Elijah, can you not? Shout out to your boy Wing. Arsenal can still win second. We agree. Don't worry, we will get there. We'll get there. Look, I'll come at this. We'll get there because a three-peat of Bridesmaids is insane. Wink, I think Miss Smallwood is an imaginary friend. I was in C-set maths, and Miss Smallwood was my teacher in C-set maths.
Wait, you're only in C-set?
No, but how many sets? How many sets were there? How many sets?
Wait, was C-set the bottom set?
No, there were 5. No, there were 6.
I thought was it like A, B, C, D,
No,
F?
6.
No, this is no. This is why
said 6. Money said there were 6.
No,
There were
this is why
6.
it's C-set.
Actually, no, hold on. Can I respond? They were. Shut up. Moneybase, there were 6 sets, and I was in the third set.
No. If you're third set out of 5, you can still do the higher paper. I'm pretty sure. It's only 4 and 5.
Now, hold on. Moneybase. Here's the thing, though. No. Let's say. So I was such a brick. They said that. So I had a choice. You could either do the higher or the intermediate. So obviously, like, to get like a
intermediate.
Yeah. So basically,
it's foundation or higher.
It's higher or foundation, HH.
No.
How does
there was an intermediate. There was an intermediate.
Guys.
How does UK school system work?
Did you go to a special school?
Can I respond?
Guys, let me finish.
Wait, hold on. Let me respond to this.
Just quickly.
Yeah.
My dad did the intermediate paper, so I don't want you to start exposing your age here, please.
Thank you.
Okay, now look.
We're talking about this.
Moneymates, we all know
KJ, that's a
HH
yellow.
got children.
KJ, that's a yellow.
HH got children.
That laugh is diabolical, KJ. That laugh is diabolical.
How does British school work?
Wait. Can I respond? Okay, now my thing is, I told you.
Don't exist anymore.
Hold up. I told you. I have 2 ages. So I turned 21. They said, so for my alternative age, there was an intermediate tier. And I did the intermediate tier, and I got myself the. I got myself the B. I got myself the B.
But the only time you see intermediate is on like
calculate
video
how
games.
old you are now in my head.
This is a midlife.
No, you can try, but I'll just. Moneymates, you can say the number, and I'll just say. I'll just say no.
I know when that ended.
Moneymates, keep it.
HH, when you were in school,
during the intermediate.
when you were in school, did you have an overhead projector or?
I have a question.
It changed. How were you with the abacus?
Why you doing this to guys? Why you doing me like that?
Small was writing in chalk. He was writing in chalk now.
No.
Blackboard.
That's messed. They only got white chalk.
That's evil.
Let's share one little piece of chalk.
I have a question.
Guys, you know that this is bad. You can't do this.
Did you have to dust outside? You have to dust outside. Just
look. I am saying nothing. I'm saying nothing.
I have a question. Did you learn calculus in your high school?
Yes, I believe.
Did you?
If I can remember.
what was it called back then?
Wait, hold on. So
when teachers allowed to.
Wait. Hold on. Let me bring it in. So shout out to Kelvin. Allegedly, Agent has a best friend from every race.
Bro, facts. Every single time he's racist. Oh, my friend is.
I don't have.
They're not his friends though. They're just people he met, and he's just seen their friends.
Do I have a South American best friend?
Every time HH gets confronted with racism, he turns into a UN ambassador.
No. I think I've got a white best friend, a Chinese best friend, Japanese best friend.
You say this like this is some rare thing, like, oh, I met a Japanese person.
No, imaginary friends don't count.
And also, Konnichiwa is Japanese. Okay. Thank you.
Well, why do you want to
say Nani? Did you know what Nani means? Do you know what Nani means?
Yes, that's the business of it.
Wait, no. You can't say. Wait, everyone knows after video games. You can't even say that.
Okay, do you know what Okasa means?
All right, guys.
There you go.
Guys, can we confirm H has never been to an EDL rally? Because this is diabolical. I can't.
KJ, considering your history,
KJ, do you know that you're in a yellow? Or maybe you don't know that you're in a yellow.
Yeah, my fault.
Wait, no. We have to move on. Okay, shout out to Kevin. So CFC fan LL, has CFC ever employed? Okay. Shout out to your boy Casey. Did they teach you? All right. Okay, yes, they did. You guys just relax. And also old, he started the fake.
He was tampering with documents.
All right, hold
HH won the
does
U17
Miss
World
Smallwood
Cup with
pass the eye
Nigeria in
test?
1990.
Did she? Miss Smallwood, does she pass the eye test? What's eye test?
Wait, but HH, have a question. Look,
No, hold on, let's
feel
go.
bad. No, I actually feel
Wait,
bad
wait,
for.
don't-
Okay. Casey, what are we doing here? Casey, what are we doing here? Casey,
It's
what are we doing
exploit
here?
plus
easy,
the
man.
It's
This is
exploit
easy.
plus
Come
a
on.
constant, HH. I'll just tell you the answers and you don't know. It's
It's
exploit
something
plus
plus
a
C.
constant.
Something plus C.
It's exploit plus C.
Because you know that's
Exploit
No,
plus C.
no,
okay,
Casey, seeing that right now is giving me
But you can't
PTSD.
integrate that without bounds.
Seeing that right now is giving me
It's
PTSD.
exploit plus C, bro. You just added
No,
the
guys,
magic and
okay, so right now, guys, when I opened up that math GCSE paper, do you know how much I was sweating? Bro, because when you just opened up the question, it's like, oh god.
Is that what you started?
Man moving like Jordan
how-
Peele.
No, because you know what the worst thing is? When you open up the paper, and the first question is the thing that you thought, nah, it ain't gonna come up. That is the first question.
So-
Like, oh, shit.
So HH, how do you even do your player your eye tests? Like they're based on percentages.
Maths
you need
and
maths
so.
for that.
Shout out to Dajo.
It is what is the graph?
Calculus was only a theory when HH was in school. All right, you know what?
Bro, the guy went to school with Gus.
Wait, HH. Was Pluto still a planet when you went to school?
Yes,
I think
Yeah,
it
yes.
was.
I went to school.
It was.
Pluto became a dwarf planet.
No lie, it was.
Okay, no comment. So, all right. So,
Wait,
moving on.
HH, can I talk about Madrid and
I'm
Barca?
pretty sure. I'm
Well,
pretty sure
hold
I
on,
know how
Bupinder,
old
Madrid,
Piqué is.
Barca, Bupinder.
You do have a friend called Gus
Bupinder
Jordan.
is talking. Bupinder is
If
talking.
I
Bupinder.
if I
Wait,
understood
HH for the moon
correctly,
landing.
Well,
HH for the
okay.
moon landing.
Wait,
HH for the
HH,
moon
were you in
Wait,
a class
why
with
have
Charles
you
Darwin?
why have you changed all of your names to? All right, Bupinder.
HH for the
Talk,
moon landing.
Bupinder.
Remember this.
so if I get this right, if Madrid lose tomorrow,
Yes.
and
No. If Madrid draw or lose and Barca beat them next Sunday, Barca win the league.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So the only thing I'm wondering about is if Madrid will try to injure Barca players next week, like
Yes. They will.
because they will. But HH, can you go back to the league table, because I saw something interesting. The only lifeline you have for this season in terms of your Mbappe narrative is maybe he can catch up to Lewandowski. I think, what is it, 22 goals? And Lewandowski has 25?
Hold up. Wait, let me. La Liga table.
click
Yeah,
Click the
25 to
stats.
22.
That's what I'm
So, HH, maybe
Actually,
that's
so
something
wait,
to
when is
celebrate.
Lewandowski back from injury?
End of the season. He's probably back for a UCL final
Oh wow.
or last game of
Yeah.
the season.
No. But let's be real. Mbappe wins the Pichichi while going trophyless. That's it in consolation, man. Sorry.
Huh?
Really? You're not that saying
Now, I'll
shameless.
claim. No, hold up. I'll claim it as a consolation. I'll claim it right now. So, but still.
Yeah, okay, yeah. But
They're saying he's back for Inter.
oh, okay.
They're saying Monday's back.
Yeah, but I mean, let's say he doesn't achieve that. He doesn't score more than Lewandowski. That's a real blemish, HH, for a first season. Like losing out to a 37-year-old, not winning any title with Madrid. HH. Yeah. So, Barca are going to win it. I'm really wondering if Barca will go all in that El Clasico and try to really get 4 or 5 goals against Madrid. Because, to be honest, nothing against Madrid, but that back line, I would be afraid as a Madrid fan.
Okay, so hold on. Let me bring in. So shout out to Wink. HH Core, I think our GOAT was a class dummy. Now, here's the thing. I was top set English. Now what? Top set English.
Wait.
Also as well. So hold on. When I was 12 years old, I was the best speller in the school, and I had a spelling age of 16.
HH, how did they determine
I had
your
the
set?
spelling age of a 16 when I was 12.
How did they determine your
just ask a
sets?
question.
Sorry, AK, wait a second. AK.
How did they determine your sets?
Yeah, it's a bit of a.
No, like no, basically you do like a
computer.
standard exam thing, and they just look at how well you did on the standard exam, and then put
Wait,
you
can
in
I,
those
can I just ask a question about your English class?
Yes.
What set were you in for French?
No, wait. How many other people was English their, I don't know, like second or third language?
That's crazy.
AJ, what set were you in for French?
In England.
And KJ, why does it matter knowing that you're on a yellow?
Because like if you study French, like okay, forget it.
Good. All right, shout out to Casey. Were you able to meet Sir Isaac Newton? No, Casey, because I turned 21 this year.
Wait, HH, did you drop the apple?
So, Casey, how can I meet a guy when I turned 21 in October? All right, come on.
Wait, HH, were you the one that dropped the apple?
Were you friends with Gals Jordan?
Gals who?
Yeah, man. Just
okay.
Did you see the moon landing? AJ, did you see the moon landing? Yes or no?
All right, well, moving on. Did we land on the moon?
I mean, KJ, he doesn't believe in the moon landing, so
okay. So here's the thing.
Doesn't matter.
Money Miss, your mic is working. There, Money Miss.
Yeah. Thanks for.
Can I speak after Money Mace? HH?
Elijah, 100%.
I'd like to speak after Money Mace.
What the fuck? What?
What?
Like I don't like let's just get
wait. Also, Gatluck, Gauss and Jordan were different people. Eh?
Look. Let's just move. Let's just move. We're moving.
Adaj, you're wild for that name, Adaj.
Here's the thing.
That's my guy. He let us League Cup.
All right. Money Mace. Now.
Yes.
Does it matter? So, because Money Mace, Money Mace, first of all, don't judge me. I was in Arsenal's Reddit. And
naturally, bro.
There are No, I don't like that. Whenever I look up, it's my routine. When Arsenal lose, that's the first
You're
person
like
I go
top
to.
commentator on the Champions League.
Cut him some slack.
I was in Arsenal Reddit, and I was shocked. Many threads are, should we sack Arteta? Let Arteta go. Arteta is trash. Let's sack him. But Money Mace, shouldn't we wait until the events of Wednesday? Or should discussions already be had in terms of Arteta, the playing style, and how badly Arsenal have ended the season in the previous occasions? Should we just wait for Wednesday, or should this dialogue already begin?
No, this dialogue should have been around from last season, and the playing style's been horrible for a long time. Arsenal slow down the tempo of the game too much. They don't pass the ball forward enough. We hang on to the ball for too long. Every time we beat the press of another team, we feel the need to turn back and then go back into the press to then try and beat it again. Instead of, if the team give you, for example, the team will be out of position and give Arsenal space to go forward. But then Arsenal will slow it down to try and play past their press. But the whole point of playing out the press is to get that space. But if the team give you that space, take it. You don't have to play out to get the space. Like, Arsenal just overcomplicate everything. Everything's too slow. There's a lack of creativity. And you can only push this back further by winning things. And the problem is this guy wins nothing. Not even Carabao or FA Cups.
So I went to go and see my friend last night, and we're having. So he's an Arsenal fan discussion.
Is this Bill?
And I said to him, okay.
Is this Bill?
What? No.
Is he Chinese?
So I'll say the transfer. So and then I asked him, okay, look, would you sack Arteta? And he said no, because he said that because he's seen progress. And he felt that over the past few seasons, he's seen progress in what Arteta's doing. And I said, well, have you really progressed if you now finish as bridesmaids? But he said that, well, there's progress in Europe in terms of nobody thought that Arsenal would beat Real Madrid. They've beaten them. And the last time Arsenal were in the UCL semi was 09?
09.
So from his point of view, can you see how Arsenal have maybe progressed and an argument for Arteta to now stay in terms of them reaching a semi in Europe?
From Bill Hambley's point of view,
No,
is this Bill Hambley? It's not Bill Hambley.
No, someone else.
Okay,
wait, is it the Japanese
from this
one?
Arsenal friend's from his point of view, I get what he means, but he's a loser, and that's why he's speaking like this. But HH is the truth. Like, here's the thing: if Arsenal lost in isolation, if Arsenal losing to PSG in the UCL semi-finals isn't the end of the world, because PSG are a better team than Arsenal and they have a better coach than Arsenal, so you expect PSG to win, The problem is Arsenal must win because they've not won anything else. So you can use the excuse, because the whole point of people saying things is like, oh, we've never been in the UCL final since 2006. Oh, when's the last time we were in a title race? Okay, fine. These things have happened and we came close. But the problem is that you have no evidence of other things to prove that you can even do the big things. Like, you don't. I've gone out, because here's the thing. I've lost the title races to Man City. I've lost the league this year to Liverpool. I lost to Bayern Munich last year. I might lose to PSG this year. Okay, cool. Those are all the big teams. So everyone will say the big trophies. Look at the teams we came up against. We need better players. I've gone out the FA Cup to Nottingham Forest. I've gone out the FA Cup to 15th place Manchester United. I've gone out the FA Cup to Liverpool when they played children against us. I lost to thug Newcastle in the Carabao Cup. I've been knocked out the Carabao Cup by West Ham. I lost the Europa League to Villarreal, who had Etienne Capoue, Francis Coquelin, Paco Alcacer, trash players. I lost Europa League to El Arabi Olympiacos. I lost to Sporting Lisbon in the Europa League, the season I was supposed to win the league in 22-23. So people can use, and Bayern Munich last year. So people can use the excuse of, oh, well, we weren't winning these things because we were playing against big teams. Well, we didn't win the small ones either. So what's your point? Because here's the thing. If Arteta, let's say, for example, had won a Europa League with 2 or 3 FA Cups and a Carabao Cup, and then we lost to PSG, even though I'd be upset that we're not winning the league and the Champions League, I could understand why you keep him, because he's at least won things before. So you understand why you'd have faith in him with better players. But there's no faith. He loses to teams that are worse than him. He loses to teams that are better than him. So regardless of what happens, he just loses. So, and I'm being honest, the justification to keep this guy, it doesn't make any sense. You're saying thug Newcastle, bro. You are a thug team. You run around and elbow people. You have Joe Linton who screams and cheers after every time he makes a challenge. You're a thug football club. You don't play any football. That's the truth.
But they won a trophy.
Yeah, they won a trophy, but that's my point. These lot are an MMA team that rough and tumble their way through football matches, and they won a trophy before us. So Mikel Arteta, you have blood on your hands. And I'm sorry, everything has regressed in the last year and a half under Arteta. Style of play, player quality, the money we've spent has increased. Everything, the way we're losing games, everything has gone down in the last 18 months under the manager. And honestly, I'm done with him. Like, unless he wins the UCL, I don't want to see him in next season. I really just think he's not good enough. And what people need to understand is that everyone always says, oh, but this is Mikel Arteta's first job. This is why he's making these mistakes. This is his first job. Cool. He's 5 years into being a manager. 5 years into being a manager, managers don't manage 5 years into their job. They don't manage at the level of Arsenal Football Club. They normally manage lower league teams. Like, bro, Coventry City, go Lampard, he's 5 years into management. Gerrard's 5 or 6 years into management. He's in El Ettifaq in Saudi Arabia or whatever. Bro, when you're 5 to 6 years in management, you shouldn't be at a top club where the standard is to try and win things, because you're not ready for that. What this is what I don't get. And everyone says, oh, if we sack Arteta, who are we going to get? Bro, we got him from Man City bench and promoted him to a first team coach, giving him his first ever job and 800 million. If we gave a real coach who had been coaching for 10 plus years, 800 million and 5 years to win something, they would have won something. Whether it's a FA Cup, Carabao Cup, Premier League, Europa League, doesn't matter. At the end of the day, this guy's he's simply not ready to coach at the top level, and there's nothing wrong with that.
So,
why
can
can't
I
people
mess this up? If you do the unthinkable and win the Champions League, will your tune change?
I will apologize for what I've said, because he would have proven me wrong. But the problem is, HH, this is the story of Arsenal. Because if Arsenal win against PSG and then they lose the final, everyone will be like, man, but Arsenal lost the final, you know, they came so close. And I'm like, yeah, but I hear this all the time under Arteta. This is all Arteta does. He just comes close. He doesn't actually like get you over the line. And there's nothing wrong with that. He's 5 years into management. He still needs to learn. He has a lot to learn, but he shouldn't be experimenting with us. That's the truth. But he's experimenting with us. And the problem is Arsenal fans, and I mean this, 50% of the fan base have this really weird behavior of, well, Mikel Arteta took us from 8th and he dragged us into the title race. Where would we be without Mikel Arteta?
Mates, do you think some of them fancy him? I'm just curious because sometimes
it's not a fancy thing, but it's like it's almost like you see like when a girl's with a man and like the man treats her like shit.
Yeah,
but she doesn't know any other alternative, so that's all she feels comfortable with. That's Arsenal fans.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Hold on, here's the thing though. Now, this is what I believe. Tell me you'll agree or disagree. The moment Arsenal knocked out Real Madrid, especially for the match-going fans, he got himself another year. I believe that whatever happens, that win against Real Madrid bought him extra time with a lot of the fans. Do you agree or disagree?
But again, and here's the thing, I agree with you, but that's an issue.
Yes.
A win has now bought you another year. Not winning a trophy, a win has bought you another year. That's an issue. And that issue comes from Arsenal fans having this emotional attachment because, we were 8th and we were getting bantered and we had no one bringing us up to here. And look at Mikel Arteta, he brought us up to here. This emotional attachment towards Arteta is costing the club because you're scared. Like that comment that what's it called, FCB put up there. You can pull it up on the screen. He's completely right. They're scared to take the next risk because they're afraid that they'll fall backwards into 4th, and then Arsenal won't challenge for the league again. And you know what? We might. But what this manager has shown is that regardless, it's not going to work under him. So you have to change to give it the chance of possibly working in the future. You shouldn't be afraid of change. You shouldn't be afraid of, I don't want this manager to leave me because he's all I've known and he makes me feel happy because I know.
Didn't this happen with Wenger? They were too scared.
Yes, this happened with Wenger.
At least Wenger won stuff.
But it did happen with Wenger for a long time. Wenger had us finishing 4th. Wenger had us like in the top 4 consistently, but always getting knocked out the round of 16.
And Wenger had the excuse of financial troubles.
Because I had to say, what baffles me is a lot of these fans are old enough to remember the Anelka days, Ian Wright days, Bennett Bergkamp days. They're old enough to remember the Invincibles. So my thing is, because it's different if, let's say, you're a club that has no... Basically, if, let's say, this situation was Tottenham, where you've come close, it's like, okay, look, but we're getting close. But once you have a history of winning trophies, what I'm so shocked is, if Arteta doesn't win the Champions League, what reason is there to keep him? Because there is no thing of progress. Because as I said to my friend, you can't really say Europe is progress because this could just be an anomaly. And you have to use context. Real Madrid are trash.
And it's not even just that, HH.
Where's the Real Madrid?
The problem with this season as well is not that he's not winning, it's that everyone else is potentially going to win as well. Liverpool win the league. Man City are most likely going to win the FA Cup despite having a terrible season. Chelsea are listen, I laugh at Chelsea, but Chelsea are most likely going to batter everyone and win the Conference League. Hold up.
Fiorentina,
I swear to God, this isn't even a jinx. One of Manchester United or Tottenham are literally one step away from winning a Europa League despite being in a relegation fight all season. Newcastle have won the Carabao Cup. So you're telling me everybody eats, everybody wins a trophy, but I'm supposed to still sit here and wait for you to become something great? No, win now.
Okay, wait, hold on. Elijah, talk to me. Elijah, talk to me. I'll come to your opinion.
Can I explain my...
Okay, here. Yeah. Elijah, go for it, Elijah.
No, HH, I'm going to piggyback off of what Money Mace was saying, because he basically said, I took notes after this game. It's just I didn't even watch the game, HH. I've been watching, rugby all day, and then I saw the result, and then I watched the highlights. HH, Arsenal has dropped the most points from a winning position, and that's 21. That's their joint highest since 2019, 2020. HH, you can't be in a winning position and not put the game away.
Okay, Elijah, let me ask you this though. Should we still chastise them for this game given the second leg on Wednesday? Or you should go into Wednesday winning?
Yes, because you played the full team.
Thank you. HH.
Okay.
Wednesday.
PSG made nine changes from the team.
True, but let's look at this. Even if you put a full team out, that team should be beating 10th place Bournemouth. HH, we're gonna go into Wednesday, and Arteta is going to play a full strength team for the third straight game, and he could lose all 3 of those games. Another one. The two goals that were conceded today were from set pieces. They have dropped 9 points since April due to conceding set piece goals alone. 48% of the goals conceded this season have come from set pieces. Another one. This is the first time ever that Bournemouth has done the league double against Arsenal, ever.
Wow.
Bournemouth beat Arsenal, remember, 2-0 back in October. That was the red card. I forgot whose red card that was. Was it Saliba. HH, we're at a point where if we get to May 25th, Arsenal could be second place by more than 18 points. HH, the record between first and second in Premier League history in terms of the champion and the runner-up is 18 points. That was United, who did that to Arsenal themselves back in the day.
No, it's 19 points.
It's 19 in United City.
Right, United City. HH, we could sit here and Liverpool could be 20 points clear.
That's very likely considering who we're going to play soon.
Wait, how is that clear of Chelsea?
Doesn't matter. Okay, but Elijah. Now this sounds crazy, Elijah. Are they in danger of not getting top 5 or
because everyone else plays each other just about.
True, actually, yeah, okay. Yeah.
No, there is a possibility they might not get it. There's an Excel sheet going around. Hold on, I'll share it. Give me a second.
But HH, you're gonna tell me in 2025, Man City, who has been dealing with injuries, their coach going through a divorce and a reconciliation, has won more games in a league season than Arsenal? Are you flipping joking?
Elijah, this is the same Man City team that had won one game in 13.
In 13!
One win in 13.
And they have the same amount of wins as Forest.
HH, my issue is, and I agree with what Money Mace was saying. HH, there is a coach, there's a young coach who is literally, I think, around the same age range. Would say in the same age bracket as Mikel Arteta. His name is Matthias Jassi. Right now he's coaching in Saudi. No disrespect to Saudi, but the guy had won
ex-Salzburg, right?
Yeah, ex-Salzburg, because he won two Bundesligas in Austria with Salzburg, did the League and Cup double with them, and today won the Asian Champions League with Ivan Toney and Roberto Firmino. HH. And the guy has been on the job for 18 months and is leaving at the end of the season. HH, if a guy can do that in 18 months, Arteta, who was there for 5 years, you can't give me something other than an FA Cup. You got to go. Let's put our fandom aside and like a literal football conversation. Mikel Arteta has done enough. But now Arsenal needs a new voice that could be able to get them over the line.
So Elijah, if he somehow, by some miracle, wins the Champions League, do you still keep him?
Because if you win the Champions League, the next objective, in my opinion, should be to go for the league. Because I'll give an example for my club. Yes, we went club's first season. We miraculously got to a European final. We lost it to Sevilla. Great. We went 4th. After that, we went 2nd. After that, we won the league. We went 2nd, won the Champions League. After that, we won the Premier League. It should go like that, in my opinion, where you're moving up, but you're not stagnating. My biggest issue with Arsenal is that they're stagnating. That's my biggest concern. Because if you stagnate, you're in limbo. Arsenal's in limbo right now. And I don't think they could beat PSG on Wednesday. Playing like this, it's just their captain does more hair flicks than touches on the ball. It's ridiculous.
Oh, no, I think because Kalash, the reason why it's sketched is because it's unlikely they win the Champions League. Again, anything could happen. Anything can happen.
It's just over. Genuinely, it's over.
No. But my thing though is, I just
Yeah,
don't
there's still a
understand-
chance. There's still a
No,
chance.
but see, Elijah, I
maybe
don't
not.
understand how Arteta can still keep his job if for the third season in a row you go trophyless. And Elijah, it will be worse. Put it this way: even Robbie and the Arsenal fans who are on the payroll,
But he's not.
if Tottenham, no. If Tottenham win that thingy, Robbie is going to turn. He'll turn.
He's not, though.
Wait.
No. Money take a bet with me, right? Pinky bets.
HH,
Speak bets. If Tottenham win the Europa League, Robbie will turn. He'll turn.
HH, I give you one. No, wait. HH, I give you one. I know we were joking about this on Monday, but I'm kind of like the way how this week has gone. Unless excuse me, I'm a stand-up guy. If Arsenal wins, they win the UCL. I will apologize. Great, fantastic. But my biggest thing is HH. If we get to June 1st, and you're telling me the triple threat of London, Tottenham, Chelsea, and Crystal Palace have a trophy and Arsenal doesn't?
Oh no, that'd be too much.
Nah, but
Wait, Elijah,
and also
did you
Palace
just
are not busy.
Did you say Crystal Palace?
Yes, the same Crystal Palace
That's disgusting.
this will be their first trophy also.
What's
What's this? Let me call to KJ then Bupinda. KJ, talk to me. No. Sorry, Casey, and then Bupinda, then KJ. Casey.
Can I speak after Kate?
Yeah,
And then me after everyone else.
Yes.
Listen, I think it just fear at this point for them because Arsenal is a weird club because they have never had they've never been like this sack manager kind of a club for the last.
Yeah.
I mean, at least since I've been alive. I mean, you probably remember the George game.
I don't because it's 121 this
Oh,
year.
you remember George game?
No, I don't. It's 121 this year, but continue.
You did the
come
intermediate
this year,
test.
bro.
You definitely remember George Graham.
Remember the
Did
George
I?
game
Maybe I
era?
lied.
You said he was in '94 World Cup. Of course, you remember the George Graham era. Oh, for God, this guy's.
So Casey Cook, can Arteta survive? Should he survive? Should be given another chance?
I think his job should depend on the PSG game. If PSG knock him out, yeah, just end the whole thing. You can't. So you cannot spend like 800 million. They have, and I know like United, the club in West London have all spent more money than Arsenal. I agree that is true, but if say United win a Europa League, they actually have something to show for the money spent. I don't think Chelsea has anything to show for that, but that's a hopeless club. At the end of the, I think
the Conference League.
No, it's not a real.
No,
Trophy.
it's a waste basket bin.
Complete the set.
It's not a real. It's not a real trophy.
It's a waste paper basket.
But yeah, they should sack him. Like if he doesn't beat PSG, he should be.
But do you think they will sack him? If they lose to PSG and they get knocked, do you think they will sack him?
Oh no!
I don't think
what's going to
they will.
happen? What I'm telling you, like because of that Madrid win, the way they are hyping it up, I think he has got like 2 years in.
Yes.
No, it's not 2 years. It's next year. I honestly believe that this year they're gonna let him have the other chance to do it again. And honestly, next season is when it will start to get toxic. Because if next season Arsenal are not clear first in that Premier League, because we're not going to win the UCL again. Everyone's going to improve next season. This was our chance. This is our chance to steal a UCL, and we're not doing it right now. So our next chance of winning a trophy is the league next season.
And also the issue though is that that he's going to spend the three GDPs are getting by Pep.
Spending Congo's GDP, I promise you.
But that's my point.
Is he going to spend the GDP of Nigeria? Oh, hold on. I think Moneymiss also talked about this. Like, had he won like a few FA Cups here and there, a Carabao Cup, I think like it would have been a lot easier for him. It's just you just need that.
Oh my God, James Harden, man.
Okay, continue.
So it gives you like a sense of winning when you win these. And have up, I know you call them bum ass cups, but like they they are important in a way. Like they help you survive. The reason he survived that first season when Arsenal were like about like the 14th or something.
Yeah.
Bro, he's still here because he won the FA Cup.
Yeah, he survived because of the FA Cup.
I know.
So
which wasn't his team.
Yeah, but he still won it. So for him to like just neglect these cups and lose the league on the last day, and have up, I'm begging you, please, I'm begging you, don't let my goat manager come second and win an FA Cup in a season when you were all calling him a ball fraud. I'm begging
But
you.
hold on,
Havo.
is there an Arteta tax though? So that
No, it doesn't. No, what about Maresca? What about
no, we're not calling. No, Maresca is a disease. What's it called? Bupinda, talk to me. Bupinda.
A disease?
Yes. Bupinda.
I mean, I didn't think that we will talk about, or there is a reality where City can finish second before Arsenal. And to be honest, I don't know what's worse, if they finish third or second with I don't know how many points.
I think you know what's so crazy? I think finishing second 3 seasons in a row is actually worse. I think that's actually, for me, it will feel worse. Because here's the thing: if they lose to PSG, screw it, just finish third or fourth. Don't finish second 3 times in a row. Like
imagine
there's
finishing third and a
there's
2-1
literally no
break.
difference between second, third, and fourth. There's no difference. So
and HH, I mean, I think today Conor Lima said it about after the Leipzig game. He said that the league is the most honest competition, and I do think that if you look at the season for Arsenal, you do see a decline, and the question is Mikel Arteta the guy to bounce back from a season like this? Could you see him achieving another
No.
80 plus? I don't see it because he's also been very stubborn in terms of getting a striker in. I don't know if Arsenal will go for a striker if he's there, because I do think that he had a say into when it came to that question for the last 2 seasons, you could say. I see Arteta similar to Xavi, in terms of he is a good transition manager. He can build
he's the guy
a
before the guy. The
foundation.
guy before the guy.
Yeah, but you need someone else to then succeed with. But the problem, HH, is that the market for coaches is probably really bad because all the big names are at clubs or at national team. Like if you look at it, Nagelsmann is in the national team. I don't see someone like, I don't know, Xabi Alonso going to Arsenal. He will probably go to Madrid. I don't know who would they get. So maybe they should stick it out with Arteta for one more season. But the thing is, what I get, or the frustration that Moneymaze has, is that finally Arsenal have a good core. Like you have Declan Rice, you have Saka, you have Saliba and
Gabriel in
Gabriel,
defense.
and you want to strike the iron when it's hot. And there's a good chance of, okay, if we don't win in this season, we can maybe win it next season with that crop of talent. I don't see it with Arteta and with that play style. I think probably, yeah.
So just how long is Saliba's contract for? Is it till 2027?
2027. But this is my issue.
Yeah.
We're getting to the stage now where I think Arsenal players are starting to think about leaving. Because we're getting to that.
Remember, this is like the Wenger second phase. Where guy just got frustrated.
Because I said from time ago that what's it called? Arsenal, I think, should have sacked the manager at the start of this season. Because when you sack the manager and you bring in someone new, it re-energizes the squad. It gives them a new voice. It gives them someone different to listen to.
Yeah, and also, sorry, Popinda, this is the point I made, is like, if you look at Arne Slot and as people say, oh bro, how the heck did Arne Slot win it in the first season? Yes, it's the Eredivisie. He's coming in with a winning mentality. Whether you want it in Saudi or Antarctica, he knows how to win. So Bobinda, my thing though is, even if you see what managers are out there, I'm sure there are managers who are either more experienced or have experience winning something. So this thing, do you know Arteta is still learning on the job?
Flick
So
was available
why
in the
should
summer.
Arsenal still be learning?
Flick was available in the summer
Yeah,
on a free.
I agree with. I think they should have maybe sacked him last season. I don't know if this season makes sense because I don't see a candidate. I really don't. Maybe someone has a name, but for example, for
Mourinho.
me, a candidate, someone who could have done a job at Arsenal, I think, is Sebastian Hoeneß, but he now extended his contract at Stuttgart. So
This is the
maybe
problem. We
if
missed
you
the boat
pay a
out on a
fee,
lot of managers because
yeah.
a few months ago the market was good. Flick was there, Nagelsmann was there,
Enrique.
and these
There weren't
guys
many
were
guys,
these
yeah.
guys were
Luis Enrique is
actively
perfect
looking
manager.
for jobs.
No, Luis
I
Enrique was a
mean,
perfect manager.
yeah, and the thing also is, I think if Arteta stays, and what you've said, Casey, with Saliba, I do think that some players will say, I will leave. I don't see it. I don't see success with this coach or with the way we are playing at the moment. I don't see it, and I don't think Arteta will change that much after the summer. I think we will see the same style of football. To be honest, it has been kind of successful in terms of getting into the top four, but I get Arsenal fans when you're this close, you want to win it, and if the window of opportunity is there, you should try to win it. And that's all I
Bhupinder,
got.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Don't you think they can go for Gasperini this summer?
100%.
Maybe.
And I think the
Yeah.
styles of play are not too different, so that transition is very easy to make.
But
I think
would
Gasperini
Gasperini
would be
leave
an upgrade.
Atalanta based on just what he's been doing with Atalanta?
No, he's leaving.
Oh, so he's leaving. Oh, bro, like,
And plus, we pay Arteta 15 million a year. I think he's the second highest paid manager in the world after Simeone. So
no. But here's the thing, though. There are some Arsenal fans who are like, "Nah, Gasperini, he's too old and everything. We wanna get a modern manager who we can grow with and everything." And I'm like,
Gasperini plays modern football. What is this?
Oh no! I'm saying basically some like hipster fans. I would be like, nah, man, Arteta and everything. It's hipster because there are guys who are into the whole hipster thing that Arteta is doing.
Gasperini has more European trophies than the whole club.
Yes.
Gasperini, you have to be realistic. Language barrier is too big. Language barrier is too big.
Drop it, drop it.
Would Arsenal go for Ten Hag?
No English, trust me.
Okay, that's the thing. Okay, hold on. Money miss, would you take Ten Hag?
I wouldn't take him because he was at Manchester United. If he didn't go Manchester United, I would have taken him.
Well, is he that bad?
No.
Is he that bad?
He gets you trophies.
But J2S, I'm at a stage now where I'm past the FA Cup and Europa League stage. Like, I'm sorry, I've waited too long that it has to be a Premier League or a Champions League now.
Yeah.
Bro, even if Arteta, the fact that even if Arteta wins the FA Cup next season, it's been 6 years so long that the FA Cup doesn't hit the same.
It wouldn't
feel the same. Wait, Money Mace, would you take Ancelotti?
No, he's washed.
With this team, no.
No,
Not with this team. The way this team is constructed, you can not.
You're asking me about.
No, but isn't he the cherry on top of the cake manager?
If you're asking me about managers,
yeah, but you need to have good players, man.
If you're asking me If you're asking me about managers from around Europe, like, listen, I can't name you off the top of my head, but if you went to like Transfer Market and pulled up a list, I could probably name who I would take over Arteta.
Money Mace, I know, you know his team has like they've gone down now, but would you take the Michel from Girona? I know his team isn't as good this year as they were last year.
Wait. To be honest,
he's a good man.
So yes.
Money Mace, you taking Iraola? Leave him for Chelsea, but just.
So I mean, okay. So let me reel off names. So this is from Transfer Market. Guys who are available: Southgate.
No.
Be serious.
Yogi Low.
Be serious.
No.
Hell no.
Ten Hag.
Be serious.
No.
Javi.
Maybe.
Yes.
Thiago Motta.
Yes.
Walter Mazzari.
No.
Marco Rosa.
He's better than Arteta, yes.
Oh, wow. Okay. Allegri.
Are you sure?
No.
Edin Terzic.
Yes, he's better than Arteta.
Yikes.
Incest Nuri Sahin.
No.
Be serious.
Okay.
What about Marcelo?
Roger Schmidt.
Yes.
No.
Oh,
What?
Schmidt is very
He's
good.
better
I
than
think
Arteta.
You're taking
I
Roger
think. Oh,
Schmidt?
Yeah, he's a
yeah.
good
I mean,
manager,
Yeah,
man.
Roger Smith is good,
he
bro.
done a good job
With
at
Benfica, he was good.
Benfica.
Okay, so
Yeah.
so you see, so
He was
Bupinda.
minutes.
So to my point
I'm
though,
not being picky, by the way. Like, there are
Money said
managers
yes
better than
to
Arteta.
3 who are available.
Yeah, but
So he said
AJ,
yes
I
to.
mean,
So hold on. So did he
Off
say
of
yes
that
to
list, I'm
Mata?
saying off of
Marco
that
Rose
list,
won us.
I'd probably say Xavi.
Yo. Huh?
I'll take Xavi at Arsenal.
I mean, Xavi won a league.
Javi, I think would be
Leave my goat midfielder.
Money mates, Marco Rose will give you the best 2 seasons of your life, then it's going to fall off a cliff. It's worth it. Trust me. You probably
well, in those 2 seasons, without yielding a trophy, if it will yield a trophy, that's fine.
He won us the Pokal, HH. He's going to win.
He won Leipzig trophy.
Wait. Us.
It's my second team.
Nah, man.
Because
Hold on.
I think people also need to understand.
There are available managers out there that are better than
For
Arteta.
fuck's sake, Harden, man, why are you so shit?
AK, mute your mic, please.
I think people also need to
a Clippers
understand.
fan?
Hold on.
I think people also need to understand that when they're judging Arteta in comparison to these managers, I'm also judging that if you gave them 5 years and 800 million, would they win more than Arteta with the current squad assembled? Ancelotti's, Joachim Löw's, they're of the older generation. They're not going to work in a tactical-based style of football in the current modern era. But Xavi, 800 million, he'd cook. Xavi would have won us a league title and a Europa League minimum by now.
Xavi won a league title with
Money
leaders.
mates, you need to differentiate though, Money mates. You said 800 million in 5 years. They're gonna win you a Champions League or Premier League, or do you just want an FA Cup? Because you're past FA Cup and League Cups. So if the next manager comes in,
Out of
wins
the
FA Cup and the
managers
League Cup,
I
is
named,
that better than Arteta?
out of the managers I named, Xavi would have won me a league and a Europa League minimum. Marco Rosa probably would have won me a Europa League and an FA Cup minimum in 5 years.
An FA Cup minimum.
Yes,
Probably not
in
Europa,
5
but not
years.
Europa.
I don't know about Marco Rosa.
Marco Rose will win your domestic cup. I'll give you that.
I mean, but put it this way: there are coaches available that are better than
But
Arteta.
AJ, if you compare it,
hold on, Bupinda.
AJ, if you compare it to what was last season or what last season was available, and what maybe after the World Cup is available next season,
makes some sense.
Maybe you take the risk of going another season with Arteta. But I do understand Arsenal fans if they say, "Now get him out."
Do you think it's possible? I have a question.
Yes,
do you think it's possible for them to take Spalletti out of Italy?
Why would they
If that is possible, yes.
Is it possible to take Spalletti out of Italy?
Language barrier.
The thing is, AK, we can talk to Nagelsmann because Nagelsmann's release clause for Germany is 8 million euros. So if we're paying Arteta 15 million and we give Nagelsmann 10 million euros, we can talk to him at least. See what.
Would he leave Germany? Would he leave Germany?
I would say after the World Cup, he would.
SK, I don't know what you mean about this, and I think this is a notion that people are having of like, oh, what if we sack Arteta and it's worse? That's what life is about. You have to take risks.
Oh my god!
You have to take risks. Okay. Let's get another manager who's better and they're going to worse. Okay, it's failed, but you have to do something.
So SK is basically trying to say that if you're a girl and your boyfriend's horrible to you, you don't know any other men, so you should stay with him. No, stay with him. That's the only man you know.
Basically.
No, Money Mace. It's like Money Mace. It's like if a girl and she can't cook for you, but you still have to keep her because you don't know any other women.
Yeah, I don't know any other girls. She can't cook.
But
she's horrible. She's rude.
AJ, on Nagelsmann, realistically, I think I could see him leaving after 2026. I think he's someone who would like to get into club football. So there is a chance of getting him. But the thing is, do you say, hey, we are going with Arteta another season, and we are taking the risk of maybe losing players because they don't want to play under Arteta anymore? Because I do think someone like Saliba will say, I don't know if I can progress as a player.
That's the risk. If you want to get Nagelsmann and you're playing the long game, okay, Arteta, one more season, but we're gonna relieve you of your duties, whatever happens, and then you bring in Nagelsmann. But then
here's the thing,
we
brought in Andrea Berta though, and I think that Andrea Berta, he's a sporting director to the quality of the point where he didn't join Arsenal to be a yes man like Edu was, like Vinay was. He joined Arsenal with a level of control to where he's not listening to Arteta on signings. He's not listening to who Arteta wants. All that Havertz, Jesus, Calafiori business. Bert is literally telling him, stop that. We're not doing this anymore. There's no other reason he would have joined Arsenal if the club didn't give him control over that side of football.
Maybe the bag was big.
Wait, hold on. Let me bring it. So, J2S and come to you, KJ. So, J2S, Arsenal.
Okay, I speak after KJ.
Yeah.
Wait. How do you know I'm J2S?
J2S. So we can ask.
Wait, can you reach?
Yes.
Can you read?
Yes,
can you read?
Yes, I read
those are special
Yeah, no.
glasses.
What HH? What does it say?
What's that English word?
HH. No. First question.
J2S.
HH, what does
I
it say?
will drop Grace. I will drop Grace. You have 5 seconds to start speaking, or just 3.
All right. Can you just zoom into my AVI quickly?
All right. Okay.
No, because how have Arsenal end up in a top 5 battle? Like, what's going on? I thought they were in a title race.
Are they in a top 5 battle?
Well, they are.
Technically, yeah, they can.
Wait,
they can
Man City are only 3 points behind them.
Look at the table.
Wait,
if Chelsea win tomorrow,
HH,
I'm now looking over my shoulder.
HH, do you realize if your West London Blues do win, you're only 4 points behind?
No, if Chelsea win tomorrow, I'm going to start looking over my shoulder.
But they're not going to win for that.
Oh, but
Bro, it's been a bad last 5 months.
Monuments, Liverpool are going to be cringe and they're going to try and win the game.
Wait, I'm just going to give a quick stat, but have the brick ready. So Arsenal in the last 8 matches have only won 3 games.
What?
One of them is Ipswich. No. One of them is Ipswich. The other 2 are both Real Madrid.
I think you need to drop a brick for us as well for that.
Yeah, that needs to be.
Still Real Madrid, man.
No,
How Real Madrid are in that run is crazy, bro. That's crazy.
If Ipswich beat you, why are you making fun of them?
He's not wrong.
Wait, HH, how many points have you collected against Ipswich this season?
None. One.
Wait. Are Ipswich going to be the Premier League next season, or are Chelsea?
Wait, how many shoes have been dropped at Stamford Bridge?
I think Ipswich are going to be playing the Championship next season. Last I checked.
Can we see where Ipswich are in the table, HH?
Doesn't matter. They're going to be relegated.
Yeah, you're going to do the relegation.
Yes. Wait. Can you just zoom into Elijah's AVI?
Oh, what a layup!
This is you tomorrow.
That's what you think. No.
HH, when we come to HH, get ready for when the hangout comes. Everyone's AVI is going to be Chelsea, given Liverpool that got on.
J2S.
How many times in the last 5 years you have done this? I remember doing
read what I put in the private chat.
That's what all of you guys think. That's
but HH, you also need to stand up and clap. Like if you watch that, you have to.
Wait,
we'll give you the 3 points, HH.
Wait, HH, how do you have the same amount of Premier Leagues as Guard of Honors?
Because we're focused on completing the sets, being the first club to complete the setting in history.
Bro, you have to be garbage to complete the set.
I mean,
no one cares about
complete the set. Is
never the bride, always the bride.
For your sake, no, Habib. If
the
Anthony
third
does
tier
something,
of Europe.
If Anthony does something, Habib, I'm just telling you, right?
let's pray that doesn't
happen. AJ, you have to do the spin on the hangout, the Anthony spin.
What specifically is the question?
Probably break a leg doing it.
Hold on, just wait.
Yeah, what specifically is the question?
So the question is, should they sack Arteta regardless of what happens, or is it dependent on the Champions League?
Arteta should have been sacked about 2 years ago.
2 years ago?
Yeah. How are you top of the league for 93% and then you lose?
But remember, the season prior, they only just made top 4. So that season, they didn't make. The pricing for they bottled top 4.
Yeah, exactly.
Aha, even better. So to go from not even making top 4 to being thrust in the title race, yes, regardless, you still do it. You can at least say, okay, run it back. Now, if you say that's second season, sack him, I would agree. But I think you can run it back of bro, we're this in the title race. Oh, damn, you messed up. Sacking would be a bit too much of an immediate reaction. But sacking him the season after, that makes sense.
No, but they were in a title race.
The thing is that even though you can say we should have sacked him then, there's at least 3 seasons out of the last 5 where I think majority of the fan base were in agreement to sack him, but then the club kept him.
Yeah, I understand that. But Yes, look, a lot of people saying here, Arteta is a socially acceptable. Pochettino or Brendan Rodgers, have it either way, because it's the same exact thing. What's the difference between Brendan Rodgers at Leicester and Arteta at Arsenal? There's no difference. They both won the FA Cup, but Brendan Rodgers did it with less resources. Like, all you can say, the qualifying for Champions League isn't a trophy unless you win the Champions League in the end result. Like, what's the point of qualifying for a competition if you're not going to win it?
True.
There's no point. Like Chelsea, they've qualified for the Conference League. They have to go win it.
That was the plan all along.
No, but like,
Thank you.
But
5D chess.
But I'm sorry, but like, if you're that, I think it was the third season or the second full season Arteta when they were in the top four for majority of the season, but they bottled it to the Conte's Tottenham. But then the following season, you're 93% of the season you're first, and they had no other competitions to play because they're at the Europa League, they went in the FA Cup, and they went in the Carabao Cup. Well, that's to do with they had one game a week.
Yeah,
and this was Man City who were in the FA Cup and the Champions League because they're on course for a treble. No one was saying treble on that season for Man City because Arsenal were way ahead.
Yeah, look, there's no excuse.
Dropping points against West Ham, a relegated Southampton, that should show you signals. And then the following season, you buy Kai Havertz as your striker.
No, we actually bought him
how
as
is
a
this the
central
plan?
midfielder. No, you should hear this. We bought him as a central.
Yeah, you brought him as a number
midfielder
10.
when
You brought him as
he's
number
never
8.
No,
Yeah,
not even number 10. We bought him as a number 8 to replace Xhaka. He's never played number 8 in his career. He's a brick already up front and in the number 10. And then we turned him into an even bigger brick by playing him out of position.
I don't get what
I'm paying
Arteta
65
does.
million for him.
Wait, why does
And you
Arteta
bought
always...
Marino and turned into a striker.
because what's with Arteta buying these deep-lying midfielders and then turning them into
Oh, no,
strikers?
He's a hipster. He's a hipster.
I never said this,
They're
but thank you
looking
for
at-
that
He's
65. That was
assembling a
nice.
basketball team.
No worries, man. No worries.
No, they're looking at Zubimendi also.
Bro, watch. We're
Like,
going to play
what?
Zubimendi.
How is Zubimendi... Like, if you ask anyone out in the universe, what's going to help Arsenal make the next step? No one's saying Zubimendi.
HH, relax.
Bro,
Gyökeres
we've
is going
got-
to solve all their
No,
problems.
but Jake's
Gyökeres is
making
going
my
to solve
point.
all their problems.
We've got Thomas Partey. Thomas Partey
No,
is
that's
better
what I
than
was gonna say.
Zubimendi. Like,
Who's the
Partey's
person
already
that they
better
were
than
complaining
Zubimendi.
about not having?
Wait, no, HH, drop a brick for yourself.
No one saw it. No one saw it. No one saw it. No one saw
Everyone
it.
saw that.
Yeah. Have,
No,
can you share the tweet that I just posted in the private?
Oh yeah,
Another
can.
Another thing with these hipster cook mentality Arsenal fans, like Money Mace isn't one of them.
And the worst bit is the one forward we are looking at is that left winger from Bilbao, that fucking
Oh,
Spanish Ilanga, who trips over himself every time he dribbles.
You're being linked to Garnacho as well. I'm seeing that. I'm like,
I mean, Nicolas.
Excuse me?
what is this? What is this squad building?
Wait, Money Mace.
Relax,
Gyökeres
relax,
isn't going to
Nico
solve all
Williams
your
at the
problems.
Euros. That was fool's gold.
Money Mace,
Okay.
Gyökeres
So
isn't gonna
hold
solve
on.
your problems.
KJ, talk to me. Arsenal. KJ.
I'm gonna try and have a measured analysis of this. Okay, HH. So let's start. He came in unknown, right? And a lot of people were expecting him to fail. Really, they won the FA Cup, which is a good start. And to be honest, we have to give him some credit for taking them from 8th to competing for the league. Let's say 2 years, because the first one, I'm not going to say they really competed. I mean, they were there, but this year is really the one where you have to look at him, in my opinion. Actually, not the year where they have spent 90. That's fair, right? But this year, I think the thing that makes it worse is 1, Liverpool aren't great champions. 2, you're so far behind them. But 3, it's like you haven't taken advantage of City falling off. Like, this is the best team in the league over the last 10 years, right?
Yes.
This is the team that everyone, I expected a decline, but probably not to this level, right? And even in their season of a decline, they get an end with a trophy, which they don't consider a serious trophy because they win leagues and Champions Leagues, right? But they're also possibly beating you to second, which, is not unfathomable at this moment in time, right? The problem with Arteta is that when he won that league the first time, he didn't win it with his team, right? So people are always going to hark back to the fact that you won it with Aubameyang and then you pushed him out of the club, and since then you've won nothing, right? Let's just take away from Aubameyang because, the club has moved past him, right? The trouble with him is, they put so much investment in him, right? I don't think it's as easy as people think to just remove him. I understand Berta coming in, right? But the thing is, you also have to accept the Corkies don't really care about winning. They don't. They've historically never cared about winning. The reason they sacked Wenger
It's because one,
Fan pressure.
Yeah, exactly. One, the gate tickets started to take a hit. But two, he was fighting at this point to qualify for the Champions League. Before, when he did it comfortably, now he essentially couldn't get there, right? So that had to change, right? The second thing is, the thing about players leaving, I think that Gabriel and Saliba are probably the outstanding candidates for if they were to be put on the market now, teams would buy them. Because Saka, I hear he's close to an extension, so that one, like, let's not even contemplate that because I don't think he's going to leave.
Wait, another extension? He just signed one like 2 years ago.
But this is the thing, though. He's become their best player. They have to put him on the level of a Havertz or Jesus, which is what, 270 a week, 350 a week, right? And rightfully so. Okay, but the fact of the matter is, they will rue this season more than anything else because I genuinely think the City falling off, like they say, you have to strike when the iron is hot, right?
But this is my biggest fear, though.
But okay, what's the maximum Liverpool can get this season?
94.
And what did Arsenal? And do you think that this Arsenal team can achieve 94 points?
No.
That's the thing. So basically, let's see how the season ends. And also, there's a caveat because Liverpool have already won the league. So you don't know whether they're going 100% because my thing, though, you can say, oh, this was the season, but Liverpool have actually, if they get to 94 points or 90 plus points, can this Arsenal team get to 90 plus points? We don't know. So basically, the issue here is that, can Arteta reach the levels needed to win this kind of a Premier League?
But this is my issue, and I agree with KJ. And listen, it hurts for me to say this as an Arsenal fan. I think right now we're on the edge of like a drop. Like Arsenal, it's like a roller coaster almost. And Arsenal is like they're at the bit at the top, but the bit at the top where it's like slightly going down a bit. Next season potentially could hit us like a bus, and we could end up being fifth in a realistic sense. Because even though everyone presumes that we're the second or third best team in the league, either Man City or us, depending on how much you factor in City's bad season. Liverpool are better than us, they're going to spend. City are better than us, they're going to drop 10 countries in the summer transfer window.
Yes.
I don't even think Chelsea...
name the countries.
Chelsea, squad quality-wise, if they get a better manager, are actually not that far behind us. They've got really good players. Newcastle, if Newcastle with a bit more investment could push up there, Aston Villa with a bit more investment could push up there. Even Man United don't have bad players. They're just not gelling well as a team.
Yes, it's true. So you have to seize the moment. You've got to seize the moment.
Arsenal, and I think Arsenal are like on the edge of a drop. And my biggest concern is that if we don't sack Arteta soon enough, it could get worse. And it could end up getting like the late Wenger years where we're fifth and sixth and the fans are fighting.
And also the key thing you have to realize is the Cronkies are not like, we must win. All they care about is Emirates Stadium full? Are people buying the merchandise? And are we profitable?
But
if those stuff are all good, all right.
No, but Arsenal are not. You know that. I don't agree with that.
Wait, HH, can I speak on this?
Wait, hold on. Let KJ respond, then I'll come to you, AK. KJ.
I'll give a counter. Everything you just said makes sense. I think the trouble is when he made that style shift, 3 years ago now, right? I think it's fair to say that the direction that he's trending in doesn't generally win you trophies. I said at least the Champions League and the Premier League. Like playing that style of play is not conducive with competing in the long term for major trophies, right? But I think the trouble is a lot of people genuinely think it's as easy as bringing a centre forward and we'll get there, right? The point you just made about if they went band for band with Liverpool, would they have won? Probably not. But the fact of the matter is, give yourself a chance, right?
Yes.
The thing is, I've always said this, right? He's done this bizarre thing over the last 2 years where he just needs to drop the big money on an out-and-out striker. So
that point, though, do we not getting a striker, not getting the players needed to go band for band with ACC? Is that down to Arteta or is that down to the owners?
No. I think you have to understand. Over the last 2-3 years, right? He has got a level of control that is rare amongst managers with such little experience or sort of credibility in the game.
He's a B-Tech Pep.
What Arteta has with the Cronkies is that they've essentially seen him as like they're saving life. Because he took them from such a crap position to competing for the league again, he's sort of seen as borderline untouchable, which is why he won against Vinay, which is why he won against Edu, which is why he won against, I can't remember who else, right? But he actually has a lot more boardroom power than people like to suggest, right? The fact of the matter is, they've given him money and he just, one, has misspent it, or two, just believes that the right player wasn't out there, right? Because of this sort of meticulous approach that he has to games, or the system that he wants to create. But the fact of the matter is, it's not going to be as easy as saying that get Grokkers out, because some Arsenal fans will argue that they needed an upgrade on Odegaard, right? You don't see Arteta replacing his captain anytime soon, right? Let's be honest. Saliba is borderline a generational centre back, which you might not believe considering his performance in like recent weeks. But I think he's generally borderline a generational centre back, right? That is not Saka. He does not have the same attachment to Liverpool, to Arsenal that Saka does, right? Saliba, if Madrid's interest does intensify, he's not signing that extension. And by next summer, if he's got a year left on his deal, they're gonna have to sell, right? Replacing Saliba, I'm not saying it's impossible, but I don't know if Houston, if they do end up getting Houston, is the guy that they're going to replace, right? Ideally, they'd want an Isaac or Gyökeres, right? But would Gyökeres go to Arsenal? I think he would. But if there's better teams, he would pick them over. He'd pick a bigger team over Arsenal, right? And the other one is Isaac. They're never going to pay that money, right? Let's just be honest. They're never going to pay it.
No one's getting Isaac.
Exactly. No. So the fact of the matter is, you're you're really taking a risk on Ekitike or Sesko or someone like that, right? The fact of the matter is, HH, I think I can understand Arsenal's fans' frustration saying that they need a winning manager. I think Arteta does deserve a bit more respect for what he's done in terms of getting them competitive. Obviously, you can criticize him for not winning, and some of the teams he's been knocked out of in European and domestic competition. It's unacceptable, right? But the fact of the matter is, I think they could probably even look closer to home than an Arteta, right? I think that an Iraola would make a lot of sense for a team like Arsenal. You could say that, like, here's the thing: he plays offensive football, quite similar to what Arteta did before. He has players that he can get the sum out of. He can get more than the sum of the parts out of a team that he has, right? And he also has this approach where he goes for it, right? He doesn't have this conservative approach. And Bournemouth, I think Iraola would make an ideal candidate for us. But if Arsenal wanted to look closer to home and they didn't need a big name, because let's be honest, guys, we're talking about like Nagelsmann and stuff like that. Bro, Nagelsmann has his faults, and as a Leipzig fan, right, mock it or whatever, right? Generally, as my
God, can you just drop it again?
No, AJ.
Wait, hold on. You know who my manager is, KJ?
No, I'll tell you. AJ, I'll tell you this. His biggest problem is cup competitions, right? Nagelsmann has this problem whereby, one, at the start of the game, he has this overthinking gene with like Pep, where he literally plays like a diabolical ass team, right? And when it's time to change it, right, he sort of doesn't know what to do. He's not a perfect manager in any sense of the word. The thing is, his teams play good football and they play flexible.
So basically,
right? But I don't know if it's conducive with winning.
So should Arteta be sacked, or should we wait until the UC?
AJ, I'll be honest, right? UCL, they're not getting anywhere, in my opinion. Even if they beat PSG, they're not beating Barcelona in that fan, right? But the second thing, because we're being serious here, obviously, don't talk about no interview.
Wait, why did you say Barcelona?
Don't do that, man.
Because we're being serious here, as I said, right?
Like we're being serious about Barca beating Inter for
Wait, KJ, did you say 4-0?
No, one sec. That wasn't me. That was another guy. But basically,
Saul.
AJ, the thing is, right?
What?
My thing is this, right?
Casey,
I think
you need to look back at previous episodes. Yeah.
AJ, I think he's done enough to deserve, right, another transfer window. Now, if at the end of September,
oh my god,
another one,
another transfer window.
He's done enough to deserve another transfer window.
No, he has a point.
No
way. If this was any of your clubs, you'd ask for this guy to be gone.
One second. Let me land, right? If he, at the end of the transfer window, whilst giving as much autonomy as he's been given, does not get a winger on the ilk of a Nico Williams, or get at least a striker.
Nico Williams is garbage, man.
Wait, what?
No.
Okay.
Drop
Grab the mic.
I have one name. Would you take Mancini?
Roberto Mancini. Yeah, he's better than
Arteta.
Yeah.
He's better than us.
He's better than us. Talk to me. AK.
Okay. As I told you at the start of this hangout, I'm joining your battle in the War of Teshman.
Yes, thank you. Welcome aboard.
And the reason why is because of not only watching that game, but what I saw from Arsenal fans after watching that game. Not the sensible ones like your Money Maces and your H7, shout out to them, but the guys who almost not only act like what Arteta is doing is right, but it will lead to winning trophies. And I think Casey put a link in the private chat. I think that's the type
I read it and I don't even want to bring it up.
Yes, that's the type of.
Is it?
You don't
when it
need
makes
to know.
you don't wanna
You
know.
will
You don't
crash
wanna know.
out.
You don't
You
wanna
will
know.
crash out. But HH, having watched that game, bro. First of all, the first mistake. Notice every single team that that is playing in the UCL semifinals rested their first team and basically played their bench for the weekend game.
Mm.
Well, including two teams in Barcelona and Inter who were all in who are part of a title race at the moment. So it's more important for those teams to win, their games than just for a team like Arsenal. PSG, they're on the beach. They lost, but again, you could say they rotated their entire team for
They've won
the
the title
Arsenal
already,
game.
so it doesn't even matter.
Yeah, that too. Why are you playing your full first team against Bournemouth when you know this game doesn't really mean much in the context of everything?
And the fact we lost
AK,
just gives more
they rested
confidence to
Marino. They
And the
rested
fact we
Marino.
lost just gives more confidence to PSG. It just gives more
That's the
confidence
thing.
to
That's
PSG,
like
bro.
play the first team and win. The fact that you play the first team and you lost, it's like,
Bro, PSG just gained so much more confidence from this because it's like you just played your first team and you lost.
Bro,
at home to Bournemouth.
Here, number two. On top of that, I mean, I'm looking at. They told me during midweek that we lost because we didn't have Thomas Partey. Thomas Partey will make a difference to how this team played. Partey played today. Did any of you guys notice any big difference to the team with Partey playing?
He's saving himself for Paris.
I mean,
No, he's leaving Paris in handcuffs.
Yeah. I mean, we'll get to that.
all right. Okay, keep going. No, we're not getting to that.
I think overall, but like the style of play, it was just so slow, so lacking in any sort of intent. And HH, this is why I joined the War on Tesh. I was seeing pictures of Declan Rice lifting up that Ballon d'Or trophy. Okay. I like this player, and I like this player. I was seeing pictures of Miles Lewis Skelly lifting up that Ballon d'Or trophy.
No. AK, say it right. MLS.
Sure, MLS. I was seeing pictures of him lifting up the Ballon d'Or.
Please respect my league. Please respect my league.
I was seeing
left back winning the Ballon.
I was seeing edits of Mikel Merino lifting that Ballon d'Or trophy. HH, I'm not done. They were calling Pedri and Vitinha an industry plant and said Declan Rice is actually the best midfielder in the world.
But AK, if he drops a two-piece and a man of the
I
match
know,
performance on
exactly.
Wednesday.
Exactly.
Just go
That
away.
is true.
I mean,
that
he is
very,
called
very true.
Jollof.
Okay, wait, hold on. Let me. Okay, so sorry.
Alright,
AK, finish your
I'm
point.
not done. So that's why I joined the War on Tesh, because this is I have other targets. Real Madrid are under review at the moment. I'll give them the first half of next season. But this team and every Serie A team, they're my two first targets in the War on Tesh. We have to launch an invasion against both of them.
Massive W.
We have to launch an invasion. HH.
Trust me, we are winning the war. We are winning this war.
We have
AK, why do you let him say
my
Serie
thing
A?
on my thing
AK,
on
why do you let him
the
say Serie A?
my
Okay,
thing
so sorry.
on,
AK.
my thing on the whole Arteta, leaving and all this. HH, let's be honest, man. I mean, I think he should go after. If he doesn't win the UCL, I think he should be gone. Maybe if he wins the UCL, you give him a year because it's the UCL. But if he doesn't win the UCL, he should be gone.
100%.
And let's be real, there are managers who can do what he can do. It's not like, bro, you don't need like a serious upgrade on. Like, you don't need an Inzaghi to make the squad win things.
No.
In my opinion. Bro, who was that South American manager who went to Al Ittihad? That Argentinian manager?
Marcelo Gallardo.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't.
Bro,
Who was actually tipped for the Barca job a few
Wait, hasn't
seasons
he
ago.
already left?
He plays good attacking football. He took River Plate from nothing when I think they were relegated, and he took them back. And like he's a good manager. In terms of like people said Marco Rose, people said what is that? People said Thiago Motta. In my opinion, Vincenzo Italiano could be good for this team, although his style's a bit too high risk. And even who is Real Sociedad's coach? Yeah, Alguacil, he's a good manager. He even won the Copa del Rey with Real Sociedad. So,
there are better options out there. Arteta's not the
there are better options if you look and try to find.
Sociedad manager, he's a hipster. He's a hipster like Arteta.
Are they definitively better?
Wait, hold on. Let me
get Ernesto Valverde.
Hold on. Shout out to Gatlock. Arteta's motivational speech is better than his performance. This is true. Wait, did he say bring your shin pads and everything?
Yeah, bring your shin pads, bring your boots, bring your kit. We need
Wait
all
till
of you
Mo
playing.
had
Hold up.
So cringe.
No. Monimis. Explain that Tifo.
Basically, the Arsenal fans bought in their own tifo, but the club didn't want it to happen. So then they took it down, and then they gave them that one.
Bro, what type of nonsense is this?
Wait, they gave him a big shower curtain.
Money Mace.
Club gave them that too.
You're
Bhupinder, back me up on this. Supposedly, they got roasted by Hamburg. Was it Hamburg's?
No, Schalke. Schalke as well.
Okay, Come on, bro.
Shout out to Fake Kelvin. No top coach would want to work with this Arsenal board. Your players came from Bologna, Brentford, Sociedad, CFC rejects. You ain't got no pool like United. Is this facts?
English
no. Hold on.
No. This is Talent FC. Money makes respond to Talent FC.
He's a United fan.
Xerxes Bologna, Dorgu Lecce. Let's go. Ericsson Brentford.
Hoyland Atalanta.
Yeah, Hoyland Atalanta.
Maguire Leicester.
Maguire Leicester. So all these bins that you apparently shop at, you shop at the same bins that I do. I am never buying a player from Lecce.
I was saying they're the same bit. I said,
well, at least to be fair, at least this bin gets trophies.
Yeah, well, this is true. This is true. Shout out to your boy, Fake Kelvin. Wenger has 3 EPLs in 22 years. Meet Mr. Diet. #French fraud.
Nah, man. Respect Wenger, man. Respect Wenger.
He was fighting against the Satanism of.
Shout out to us. From Arsenal, all or nothing, doc to just nothing.
No, isn't it Patrice Evra who said Arsenal are like the Netflix show? Waiting for the next season.
Shout out to Sergei Stepanov, member for 3 months. Thank you for your membership, Sergei. Did the Tuk win the CL with his team like Arteta? This is true. Tuk joined that team. It was in 24 hours. He had to coach. He had to play I think it was the Wolves game.
Was it United?
Wolves.
No, Wolves was Wolves. And literally, that was that Bournemouth loser Lambert who had and he took that team and they won a UCL. Don't get Real Madrid and Pep.
No. And what happened to
UCL?
Casey respects my manager. Casey respects manager. Casey, are you jealous?
Didn't you call for him to be sacked after Dinamo Zagreb?
Casey, the border is closed. Casey, the border is closed. Stay with Catalonia.
Wait. Money Mace. HS wanted him sacked after Dinamo Zagreb?
Yes, HS think my manager. Was the problem. Tuk was the issue.
I have the clip.
So, shout to
I can't lie, HH. The fact that I still can't believe that a front 3 of Mount Werner and Havertz won a UCL.
Tuchel doesn't skip.
Is that the worst front 3 in the history of the game?
Yes, it is. No. Here's the thing. I'm saying right now, the greatest outside of Mourinho, I would say the greatest managerial achievement of the UCL win is Tuchel. The fact that he took that crew.
It's really
Did you not see what we did in 05?
Benitez wasn't coaching.
Lied to me.
No,
wait. Hold up. I'm taking Barros, Kewell over Mount, Havertz, and those dudes.
What about Dortmund?
Even though
wait. Hold on.
Did you have Morientes?
Even though Elijah, even though 05 is the worst team, 05 did not happen because of Benitez. There's literally Liverpool players in documentaries that came out and said Benitez didn't even give us a halftime team talk. Gerrard had to do the team talk at halftime.
Do not embarrass.
So basically, that was all. But and also,
Elijah, I can't lie, bro. I take Smita over Werner.
1,000%.
Yes.
1,000%.
Ajax is the
Now, I'm taking Loke over Gerrard. You know, I'll take a look. No, but bro, that front three is disgraceful. I'm sorry, that front three is trash.
They did have. To be fair, Liverpool did have Jimmy Traore and Steve Finnan.
AK, you're
Respect Jimmy Traore.
But Chelsea had the top 3 Ballon d'Or, Jorginho, J5.
Yeah.
Wait, sorry, shout out, it's fair. Gasperini would get sacked by Arsenal in 6 months. He calls out the owners on a monthly basis. Imagine him calling out Merino and Saliba after mistakes. Yeah, I think he's too erratic. And also, here's the issue here. When you come to Arsenal, you have to play ball with these owners. You have to play ball.
He would insult Saka after he missed the penalty. Probably.
This is true. This is true.
AJ, I think we have to consider some of these managers will never come because of language barrier. Like, don't ever.
Yeah.
How much? Okay, wait, hold up.
Didn't Marcelo Bielsa have a translator next?
Zidane's never coming to England. Zidane is never ever coming to England.
Look, I'm one of those guys that said that Sarri should have never been sacked. It's KJ. It's your man them from Hammersmith who said F Sarri ball that got Sarri sacked and everything.
Why on earth? I lived in Surrey when I lived in England, not Hammersmith. Like, why?
KJ, you're a posh dude from Fulham. We all know where you
I went to poshest part of London?
KJ, you went to a private school in Fulham.
Wait, sorry. Wait. You say you're African, but you're from Surrey.
No. I went to boarding school in Surrey.
I went to boarding school in Surrey. Hold on. We're moving on. So, guys, I'm going to ask you a question right now. So, quick question. Is Ancelotti going to save? Is Ancelotti the answer to save Brazil?
Possibly, yeah. He's up there though. There's a manager. There's a manager.
AK, let Joe
Modric.
Yay! Like what are what are Brazil doing?
There's a manager in there, man.
Like what are Brazil doing?
Coaching Kaká, Lampard, and Modric, and now coaching Joelinton.
No, Brazil.
This reminds me of the Solari. This reminds me of the Solari.
Sorry, this is what the Brazil Federation don't realize is that they think it's still the Brazil of Brazil that let the ballers ball as we come. No, the crop of your players sell fruit. So Ancelotti, you want Joseph Jeremiah Linton to play let the ballers ball. No, Joseph Linton is coming from thug ball. Thug ball doesn't translate to let the ballers ball. Thug ball is thug ball. Churchill ball is Churchill ball. Brexit's ball and Jogo Bonito are not the same thing.
No, Brazilians don't know how to play midfield. They have never done that. Like, he needs thugs in the midfield.
But this is a new level.
Here's the thing though.
No, there's nothing wrong.
Casey,
who was Anderson?
Casey, respect Dunga. Respect Gilberto Silva.
No.
They knew how to play that role well.
Even someone like Gilberto.
Casey, are you going to be here on this panel and tell me that Dunga, Gilberto Silva, even Kleberson are in the same category as Joseph Linton?
They need to bring Fabinho back into the fold, man. Stop playing around.
No, here's the thing. Here's the thing. Here's the biggest issue with Brazil that I feel like people don't ever talk about. That spine is not good. That spine used to be Alisson in goal, Thiago Silva in defense, Casemiro in midfield, and then you had your front three of a Neymar and then a number 9. Let alone Dunga, Gilberto Silva, they don't have anyone close to current Casemiro in that midfield. Current Casemiro starts for their midfield currently.
So bring him back.
Bro, current Casemiro would be Brazil's best midfielder.
Bring him back to
do what? At his age?
Have you seen 46-year-old Roberto?
He's actually been really good this season.
Have you seen?
Hold on, sorry. Eki, finish that. Come to you, Bupinda.
So, like, I'm looking at this Ancelotti thing, and I'm like, maybe you could call up better players. I think that's something that Dorival never did. Like Andre Santos, who's been balling out in at Strasbourg. You can recall Casemiro. You could recall some players. Like he could probably fit a Neymar into that team. He could probably find better fullbacks. Shout out Igal, man. Shout out Igal in the streets. But I'll be real, bro. Like, Ancelotti is not gonna make this team like much better than it is. Like, this team isn't good because talent-wise, it's not at the level that it once was.
No.
And I don't think Ancelotti is gonna change that much. He might make them better.
And also, the issue here is that this isn't a managerial issue. This is a talent issue. And also, Ancelotti, he is not the right guy to work out for. Like, he literally is the wrong guy.
How is
Ancelotti is, I think someone said it at the beginning of Hangout. He's a chance where you have your ballers, and he will give the blueprint for your ballers to say, what's up? This team needs a certain level of coaching.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you know what's the problem? They've tried that in recent years. They've tried like the lower profile guy. And now, Argentina tried the high profile guy for ages, right? And nothing happened. Then they went to the unknown.
KJ, what is Ancelotti doing with Joseph Linton? What's he doing?
This is the thing, though. You know what's contradictory about all this? We say he's a manager that I understand the point that he needs a certain level of talent, but also at the same time, international football is not the place where you need the most intricate systems or the most sophisticated patterns and all that stuff. It might actually work in his favor in international.
No. But KJ, but so the point though is, Ancelotti is a guy that needs a certain level of talent. Now, yes, you can't micromanage, but there's a certain level of coaching. KJ, the reality is, these players are ass cheeks.
No.
Hold on, KJ. When has Ancelotti succeeded? When he's had really high-level talent, and he now knows how to cook with high-level talent.
Bro, he was top of the table in October with Everton.
AJ, this is the thing. He hasn't done it so often in recent years that people just think he's incapable of it. I understand that perspective, but at the same time, give him a chance. You know what I mean?
No, I have a simple question.
Yes.
Vinny has only ever performed in his life for one manager. Name the guy.
Casey.
Name the guy.
That's not a really good argument because Vinny was 18. Vinny was 18 to 20 when Zidane played.
And also,
and ever since then, he's only ever had one other man.
And also, Vinny is playing with a Toni Kroos, a Modric, and he's surrounded by a different brand of players.
Okay, he will
but
have
in Brazil, this is a different system in international football. So basically, that whole thing of like, oh, he's coached Vinny, therefore, no.
Neymar. He will have Neymar.
He will have Joe Linton.
Wait, hold on, Bupinda.
I don't know. I get if Ancelotti becomes a coach, I get a little bit like Scolari vibes, like 2014. I'm not saying that they're losing again 7-1. No.
Please.
That's not going to happen again. But
we don't see Bupinda. Trust me. If that happens, AK will be banned from this channel for all time.
I just sent a link of 47-year-old Zé Roberto, and he's probably in his best physical shape ever, and he's probably a better midfielder than Joe Linton. He could start for Brazil.
So I said that Brazil have to now relate
James
to
Harden, bro.
46-year-old
Why
guy.
does James Harden exist, man?
Yeah. Well, he starts. He bullies. He bullies around. I don't know. If they play against England, he will bully Declan Rice and Jude Bellingham probably. But with the current crop, no way. Like, I don't see Ancelotti succeeding. To be honest, in retrospective, you could probably say they should have stuck with Chicha as their manager, probably, because he's gotten them always with
I was one of those guys of like Chicha. He wasn't the issue. The players were the issue.
He was the issue.
No, he wasn't.
I don't think he was the issue.
No. Okay, Casey, explain to me how a different manager is going to change the fact that you still have Vinny that doesn't perform for Brazil, and this team is still over dependent on Neymar. The issue is the personnel are trash.
No, but because Vinny has... sorry, go on.
Yeah, I wanted to ask: do you think if the coach isn't Chiche in 2018, They beat Belgium. Belgium is a
No.
better team.
No, I think
They don't beat Croatia.
No, for
with
2020,
another
yeah,
guy.
I think they beat Croatia definitely.
Croatia wasn't on the manager.
They do beat Croatia, yeah.
Yeah, with a better manager, they beat Croatia. Like, stop this nonsense.
Croatia
Nah,
ain't
but
on the
I'll be
manager.
real. They could. Oh, are we forgetting that against Belgium, Gabriel Jesus was not given a sure penalty, and Belgium needed to make like a last minute save from Neymar. Courtois needed to make a last
do you
minute.
know how
save.
Wait, there were loads of players suspended for the Brazil match as well because there was no Casemiro.
Oh,
and
yeah,
stuff like that.
Casemiro, and they were unbeaten. Brazil, TJ was unbeaten with Casemiro in his 11 at that point.
And then look at this last World Cup. Are you telling me a coach is going to
managed
outbox
to win a trophy for them
Marquinhos?
recently.
Marquinhos
No,
being a bozo isn't the
but-
coach's fault in the last World Cup.
Sorry, quick. Hold up. So, Wiedemann, what is the issue with
That's
this whole contract thing with
Wiedemann
Real
for
Madrid?
you.
Wait, did you just say that in Jamaican accent?
No,
No, I
think
didn't.
it's-
I said
Canadian
Wiedemann.
accent.
That was a Japanese.
Yes.
Wiedemann.
So the thing is,
Wiedemann.
with Brazil, if you have a better manager, ultimately, better managers get better things out of good players. Like, these are not terrible players. Ultimately, these are players that have shown they can have a level that they can play at a certain level, and so a better manager is going to make sure that they can actually play at a better manager. Yes, Tite, he is still the only manager to win a trophy recently for Brazil, and he did it without Neymar. But there was obviously also problems with him as well. There's a reason that he was not doing, he was got knocked out of 2 World Cups quarterfinals to teams that, in the case of Belgium, as that's a good Belgian team, but Brazil losing to Belgium is never a good thing in a World Cup, and losing to Croatia was a disaster. And so, yeah, you got to go. Ancelotti is the type of manager to probably succeed with an international team, just because of the fact that he is a little bit more like flexible. Let the ball is ball does work more in the international football, right? Ultimately, though, the thing is, I don't even know if that's something that's his level of managing is capable of now, because now international management is more and more tactical as well. Like, you see how some of these teams are playing.
This is a good point. Yeah.
You look at Germany. You look at after Flick. You look at Argentina right now.
Spain.
Tactical teams, right? These are teams that have methodical ways of breaking. This is not just let the ball is ball teams anymore. And so, if you are going to these are also managers that you could see coming up against Ancelotti and tactically figuring him out. If Arteta can figure out Ancelotti, what's to say that Scaloni can't do it? What's to say that what's his face Nagelsmann can't do it, right?
And also the key thing that we is that this isn't the Brazil of old where a Dino or an R9 or a Rivaldo can just produce magic out of nothing.
I think that the players will perform. I think that this will be one of the cases where it won't be a disaster, right? You might see Brazil in a World Cup semifinal, like with Ancelotti. You might see that, but they're not going to win a tournament. Is the main thing. Like, they're not going to have be able to get over the line with Ancelotti, I believe, because eventually you'll run into a better manager. And while this, I believe that he will be able to get a lot better out of these Brazilian players. He's managed them before, and I do believe he's just a better manager than the previous ones that they've had. He will always just, he does these things where he's able to just say certain things to get, players playing better, not in a tactical way, just in a more motivational way. And I believe that's going to be, successful for Brazil in up to a certain point. But I don't think that they'll be able to get over the line over Argentina at any point.
Adash, talk to me. Carlo and Brazil, can this work?
It could be an upgrade from their current situation, but the landscape of football has changed so much since Brazil were really at the top. Like, even the 02 team, I think they had like 8 players who are still playing in Brazil at the start of that World Cup. And only the superstars like Roberto Carlos and all the 3 Rs were playing at really top clubs.
Yes.
Things have changed a lot since they're at the top, and Europe just has the competitive advantage with the whole academy systems and coaching recently. If I'm Brazil, well, I would go for an Argentine coach really, But I know that would
Never
happen.
That's just no. Brazil not hiring an Italian coach. That's not happening.
Bring
Maybe Uruguayan.
coach Brazil. But yeah, there's a talent issue too, with especially since Neymar's prime ended so early. They don't have that linchpin, that superstar to really take them over the top. His last chance was in Qatar. So
I heard he's injured again.
Yeah, he's
Neymar.
finished. I don't think he'll be there. If he is, it'll be like a bench role at the next World Cup. And you see what Vinny has failed to do with Brazil, so that would be the next up superstar. Like Raphinha is good, but I don't see him like leading the team into World Cup glory. So it'll be an interesting hire, and people will make a lot of noise about it. But I don't think he's going to be the one to bring Brazil back to glory.
What's it called? Elijah, talk to me. Carlo in Brazil.
I thought it was blocked. I just don't get it.
Well, they're still trying to work things out. But Brazil are like, if it takes too long, then they're gonna go for the Portuguese.
It would make sense. I think it only makes sense in terms of he doesn't really need to. I don't know what he's going to do tactically, but I think he's really good at managing egos and managing just player personnel. Right now, to be fair, I mean, like you said earlier, Joe Linton. I mean, Joe Linton's a rugby player that happens to play football.
Yes.
Like, and then, I mean, at a certain point, like Brazil, I don't know if you guys remember the Copa America matches before it, the pre-tournament games where they played Mexico, the U.S., and I think it was Costa Rica or something. Like they lost 2 out of those 3 games, and they had a draw against a U.S. team that had Berhalter, for crying out loud. Like that was very, very bad. And having Ancelotti as a man manager makes sense, but I don't know if the personnel is enough to win you trophies. Never mind the World Cup, but can these guys actually win even a Copa America? I don't
know with these dudes, no.
Like I really want him to succeed because he's a guy that he can galvanize dudes, he can manage egos and just let them self-express. But it's a matter of now just seeing the product on the field. That's my biggest concern.
Shout out to this, and I think this will have to be double the month, but shout out to It's fair. English managers speaking English doesn't help them.
That's so fucking true.
Is he lying?
That's what I'm saying. Football is a language in and of itself, So my thing though is that there's something language barrier. No. We all know what football is, whether you speak English or freaking countries or freaking Kryptonian. But we speak English. If you're a brick manager, you're a brick manager. Even if you speak the same language.
Okay. Let's test it. Explain the formation Barca played in French today. Explain it. Like if football is a language.
Explain what?
In French. Explain what formation did Barca play today.
You have a wait, hold up.
No.
You have a no. You don't even know in French. Everybody understands the basic footballing language by literally just hand movements. You stand here, you run here, you position here, you come here. You don't need to know the language of where that's. This is the role. Okay, you make this role. You stand here. You press, and also, if there's anything that's even more complex, then you have a hand translator. Football is a language in and of itself.
It doesn't always.
But his whole point is that, okay, stick with guys who can speak English, with English managers, but they're bricks.
It's not.
Hold on. I'd rather get an Italian who knows how to coach than an English guy who has never won a damn league title in the Premier League history. Guys, guys, I'll see you tomorrow. Elijah, I dare you. Elijah, I dare you to beat us tomorrow. You pray. Peace out.